Channel. Okay, so it's live. Okay, so
Ready.
go. Just set it up so we can see what's going on. Okay, so it's live. Okay, so I gotta mute myself. Hold on.
Okay.
Had to mute myself. It's open twice, so I had to mute myself twice. Go. All right, then we have 19 people in the live already.
Awesome. Awesome. How's it going, everyone?
What's up, everybody? We got Patrick, Wreck-It, Chris, Slim, retired Navy. I'm with you. I couldn't stick it out the whole time. There you go. What's up, Joshua? Were any of you guys in the TikTok live earlier? What's up, John? John Stoncium, Colt, Paula, Sids. What's up, Sids? Kenneth, Slim. Were you guys in the TikTok live earlier? Just Ken. All right. Texas ready to buy in. Glad to hear it, John. Wreck-It was. Okay, John was. Good to hear. Pegasus was. Cool. What's up, Paula, Mona? How's everybody doing? What's up, Busy B2Me, Colt, Blondie, Kenneth? Cool. Awesome. Dennis was too. Patrick was.
Awesome.
My prepper guy. Okay. Mona, Busy B2Me. Ready to go. Good to hear it, Jamie. So what we're here, I'm here with I'm here with Jeremy. I literally saw Jamie and was about to call you Jamie. So
You're fine.
so so we're here to answer questions. This is our last like Q&A live before we launch tomorrow night. So, we're here to answer questions, make sure everybody's comfortable with what's happening in the fund. I mean, make sure everybody's happy with what's happening in the cooperative. And so we've already gone here. We got Sid's question. Could there be any potential issues for the loony left trying to access who has invested? I don't understand what you mean. Sids, you got to more specify the question. I don't know what you mean.
Yeah.
Slim, he missed it. He blew more than 5 bills in a strip club last month. John is enjoying a nice lightning storm right now. Don't we need like 40,000 people to start this? Yeah, but we already have huge registration already, Joshua. I mean, you got to think if we had 20,000 people, that's 10 million. 40,000 people is 20 million. So,
Yeah.
we'll be a solid fund regardless, a solid cooperative regardless. So the Blue Empire said, I'm super interested and excited. I was checking your website and even looked you up on the Maryland Secretary of State business lookup. I couldn't find your bylaws and I wanted to read it. So when are those bylaws going to be available to everyone?
Yeah. So the bylaws are going to go into effect tomorrow. Our web developer, he's added it in our like document center is the best way to explain it. And that's all going to go live tomorrow. He's been testing our website and making sure cybersecurity is up to code and everything like that.
So there you go. So Dennis and Blue Empire, tomorrow you'll have access to the website and the bylaws. You'll be able to see everything.
Yep.
So Busy said, newbie here, just know of the concept. Can you give me the Cliff Note version, timeline of where, when, how, expectations?
Yeah, so essentially what we're trying to do here is we're creating a cooperative. The first phase of it, we're building a strong foundation where we're going to be investing in just to, rental properties and whatnot, just to be able to ensure that we have that cash flow for salaries, and then also for us to make sure that, we're actually producing profits, because that is the most important thing at the end of the day. And then after that, we're wanting to go into the actual development side as well as the private equity side.
So Mona said, can this middle class fund be taken over by the big wigs? No.
No.
No, you can buy in for 500. if JP Morgan himself wanted to buy it, it's $500. He can buy one share. So Reckitt said, how does it work? You put 500 in, and then what happens? So here's the cool part. You buy in as 500 as a member. Now, what happens is we're going to present you with 3 to 5 investment vehicles to be able to make profit, and you're going to vote and decide, what we invest in. And then from there, the profit, you're going to vote again and decide what we do with the profits. So you're going to have complete control over everything. What time does it launch? 7 p.m. tomorrow evening, right?
Yeah,
Eastern
7
Standard
p.m.
Time.
Eastern time, 6
Yeah.
p.m. Central, 5 Mountain time, and then 4 West Coast.
So Colt said, how bad are we going to get hit with the new capital gains tax?
Yeah, has that gone into effect? I don't know if it
It
has.
hasn't. No, it's been
I think
proposed,
it
but
has.
even then it wouldn't really affect us because it's above like 400,000 income.
Yeah, exactly.
So Paula said, how are we going to be notified? Where do we send the money?
Yeah, so how you guys are going to be notified is we're going to send out an email and then also a text message just saying, hey, we are going to have the signups in X amount of hours, and then 5 minutes beforehand, we're also going to send out, just information on, hey, we're starting signups in 5 minutes.
Yep. And Chris said, what would be the process like for signing up? So you'll get the alert that we're now signing people up, and then you'll head to the website. You'll put in your info, you'll put in your payment info, and then from there you're signed up. So
Yep.
John said he's a web developer. If we need additional help on the site, remember, if you get 40K users logging at the same time, it may crash.
Yeah, that's something we're trying to avoid right now. Our web developer, he was doing something. He was trying to explain it to me that he's making sure that it won't crash, but there is always that small chance that it will.
Now, Dennis says, will we have ample time to review the bylaws before signing up? Yes.
Yes.
So you'll have the whole day tomorrow to look over the bylaws. I can tell you that one of our other directors, Joe, he did an amazing job of simplifying it, making the bylaws as simple as possible, easy to understand. You will be able to read through all of those before we actually open it up to signups. And the Slim says salaries for whom again? So all of the directors, we will be making a salary from the cooperative. And that's just like the simple way to look at it is, guys, we've basically hired some of the best people we could. They have to
Yep.
be compensated for what they're doing. Like it's
Mhm.
that simple. I mean, they all left jobs that, I mean, y'all could be ballers on the jobs you could have. Like
Yep.
they're doing this because they believe in it. We want to make sure they're properly compensated. Blue Empire says, assuming you're able to get the entire 40,000 signups and get the total 20 million in capital funds, do you have real estate properties you're planning on buying or stocks already picked out?
Yeah, so we haven't actually started picking out ones for just yet. We need to wait until we actually get the money to clear through our accounts because there is going to be processing fees and whatnot. And then also we have to just make sure our lawyers are taken care of and everything is completely above board before we can start it. Yeah, actually investing. And then also we got to give our web developers enough time to develop the voting system and also the identity verification system in place as well.
Yeah, and remember, these guys aren't just picking what to invest in. They're going to have different vehicles that we can choose to invest in, and then everybody's going to vote on that. Like they're not just going to take the money and start investing it. They're going to design things we could invest in, and then all of you are going to get the vote on where that money actually goes.
Yep.
Will the salaries be disclosed in the bylaws? So the salaries won't be disclosed in the bylaws,
Yeah.
but they will be disclosed.
Yeah. So, and it really, the reason that we haven't set an exact number on salaries is we need to see if we will get the full 40,000, which we are sure we will. And because if we get less than that, say that we only get 20,000 people to sign up, the rest of them want to wait and see if we are, just going to be able to produce results and everything like that. Then later on down the line, they may actually invest at that point and buy in. But
Yeah.
if we only raise a certain amount, we've already kind of discussed it internally that we're going to take lower salaries just to make sure that, we're not overextending the cooperative.
Totally understood.
Yep.
So Busy said, how are we able to vet those who are joining as our American citizens?
Yeah, so essentially the web developer, he put in some sort of verification just to make sure that they are American citizens.
Yep. So we'll be able to we'll be able to manage that. Let me see. Is voting mandatory? I have no idea what would be or what wouldn't be a good investment. Need a professional. Mona, here's the thing. No, voting is not mandatory. We will set aside a time period for you to vote. You don't have to. This is just so everybody has a voice if they want to. But Mona, you don't have to vote.
Yeah. It's just like some people don't vote for the president. You don't have to vote.
Can you break down why the corporation is registered as a nonprofit?
Yeah, so ultimately we want to register it as a not-for-profit, just so you guys know at the end of the day, we're not in this strictly for the money. So we're not taking stock out of the company and saying, oh, this is all ours, you guys are just members. With a not-for-profit corporation, the members are the owners at the end of the day. It's not a true investor owner, but it is, you are a member and you have ownership.
So the slim says, so if half the people want to pull their loot, let's say I just want to leave it there all the time, how does a person's percentage of ownership in the cooperative get calculated that as folks want distributions?
Yeah, so ultimately, just due to ease of tax and paperwork, because with 40,000 people, that would get very tricky on calculations. We are just going to limit it to not taking like, say that you didn't want to take the distributions, you're essentially going to have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair, totally get it, but is that going to be disclosed? Yes, absolutely. We're disclosing everything.
Yeah.
Every single cent in this will be disclosed. As a nonprofit, can we actually trade on the stock market?
Yeah, so nonprofits can actually have a brokerage account, same as anybody else, and we can get into hedge funds and everything else that we want to.
Let's see here. What's the benefits on our side? Do we get like a return on our money at some point?
Yes, you will get a return on your money. So I've kind of explained it in the past, but I'll just go into it again real quick. So for the first year, that's whenever most of our capital expenditures are going to happen, from website development and just other things like that. So we ask for the first year that we just reinvest the profits, and then after that, upon quarter 5 of us being open, so about this time next year, but then we'll actually start paying out dividends to people in the form of membership or patronage dividends.
So Busy said, okay, cool. So there's a verification for only one investor per vote and vetted American citizens. Yes. Why is there a cap at 40,000?
Yeah, so ultimately what we were looking for there is we didn't want to overextend the cooperative. If that's, wouldn't you agree with that? We just didn't want to overextend the cooperative is the best way to explain it.
Yeah, we just want to make sure that we can manage it as small, and then as we continue to grow, we can continue to manage it. We just wanted to make sure that everything was good for the initial round.
Yep.
Will we be able to vet the directors and vote on retention annually based on performance? Can we see their resumes?
Yeah, so you'll be able to vet the directors, and yeah, there will be. So what we're doing is that it's a 2-year term for the directors, and then from there, every 2 years, you guys will be able to vote on just who the directors are and everything like that.
Yep. Let's see here. Will there be an X account for updates? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Do y'all have plans to create an investment note so owners can invest greater amounts for a return?
Great investment. Like you're talking about, are we going to do like pros and cons for the investments that we put up to a vote, or what are you talking about there?
Yeah, I don't quite understand the question there.
Yeah.
So for website development, what is the actual cost paid? Well, we'll disclose that after
Yeah,
we
that'll
launch
be
it.
fully disclosed. I didn't take negotiations in that, so I can't say the exact number.
No, that was Spencer's job.
Yeah, that was Spencer, not me.
So will each course of action presented be given pros, cons, not so much a prospectus, but a clear, easy to understand ups and downs?
Wait, repeat that. You cut out for me on
So
my.
basically, he's talking about the different investment vehicles. Will we give them pros and cons, but
Oh,
a clear way
yes.
to understand the ups and downs of it?
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to have our deals team. Essentially, we're going to put in a pros and cons list for every investment deal that we're going to do. We're also going to do a summary, what we see as potential upside and things like that, where we can make everything better as well.
So John said, can we reinvest to help grow it or buy additional shares? No. So
No.
you will take your dividend, but you can't buy additional shares because that would give somebody more say as a member than someone else. So if you had 3 shares, somebody had 1, that would give you more say. We want everybody to be equal in this.
Mhm.
So Williams says, would buying real estate like single family homes be feasible for a nonprofit? Try to combat BlackRock and Vanguard from taking more control of the market.
Yeah, so as I said in the beginning, we want to focus on just the multifamily units. So we know that we have that cash on cash return just to make sure everybody can be paid and that we can ensure just the growth of the cooperative. And then from there, we are actually looking into developers just to, completely amass our development and be able to take over the single family market and just make sure that BlackRock can't take over.
And Dennis said, if the co-op amasses 100 million property net worth and my investment still only 500. Yep. Oh,
Yep.
your investment will only ever be 500. You will never ask for another cent.
Yep.
So you're good there. Now, I can't help it said, how will the dividend be paid? Checks, direct deposit, etc.
Yeah, so ultimately we're going to leave that up to the people. So we're going to offer 2 options, just where we can do the direct deposit or the checks.
Yep. Now, Slim said, what if I want to put in 1K or 2K? You're shit out of luck, Slim. It's
Sorry.
500. Can't put in more, can't put in less. It's 500, bro. Got to make sure everybody's equal in this. Now, Black Tack Mafia said, what would the average share ownership be for each person? You put in $500, you have an equal share to everyone else.
Yep.
So where is the sign up? Is there a prospectus?
Wait, you keep cutting out on my end.
It says, where is the sign up? Is there a prospectus?
Yeah, the sign up. So for the sign up, as I said, we are going to be just issuing that tomorrow, and you'll be able to see all of our documents and everything then.
So Blue Empire says investment notes are cooperative specifically. They're basically bonds that only members can buy.
Where are you at? I am not seeing these questions that you're on.
It's from Blue Empire. It's still back, like we're catching up.
Okay.
But no, I mean everything's gonna be very simple with us. Like you'll get to vote on how it's invested. You'll get paid your dividends out of that. Then we'll have our 50% for our do good fund, 25% reinvested, and it'll be very specifically. There won't be additional things to buy with that.
Yep.
So Robert Tate says at 7 p.m. tomorrow. Where do we go to sign up? Already registered.
Yeah, so you'll just go on mcucoop.com and that's where you'll be able to sign up for an account and we'll initiate the $500.
So Dennis says, so you will share the bylaws before, but will not share cost expensive salaries before we buy in. Well, no, because all of that is going to be dependent upon the participation.
Yeah.
Like the amount of people that are participating are going to determine what we're spending to do certain things.
Yeah. Now, if you want to wait until we do decide on salaries and stuff like that, feel free.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
So Aaron says, what if I want to reinvest my distribution?
Yeah, you can't. So as I said earlier, we're just trying to make sure everybody keeps their equal shares. So we're not going to allow people to reinvest and then get it up from $500 to say $600 or something like that.
Yeah. We don't want to make it more expensive for everyone else afterwards.
Yep.
All right. So what will the tag on the alert email be?
I do not know off the top of my head.
It'll be like, we've opened for
Yeah.
launch. It'll be very clear. So Asget says the division of profits will be 25% for member dividends, 50% charity, and 25% reinvestment. Yeah,
Yes.
you got it exactly. Will all members be able to see where every dollar goes? Yes.
Yes.
You'll be able to track every dollar. It would probably take a while to get your 500 back, Reg, it says. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, your initial 500, that's going to take a good little while to get back.
mhm.
So,
So it says housing is taking, real estate has peaked. Definitely not a good angle. See, that's the difference is you're looking at it from an individual investor in buying a single home type of breakdown, but that's not how we're coming at it.
yep.
So with the 25-50-25 breakdown, how is the reinvestment 25% used?
Yeah, so that's ultimately going back into the cooperative to buy more property at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's not going to like me, Joe, or anybody like that. It's
No.
going to go strictly to property. That isn't something that we're just going to take and, pocket or something like that.
No.
Not
And
at all. I wish, but
you'll know where every dollar goes.
exactly.
Will you consider a form of cooperative bonds?
As of right now, no, we are not, but that is something that we have looked at for the future.
So is it one investor per household or could a husband and wife both join? Yeah. Look,
Yep.
as long every individual American citizen over the age of 18 or older can join. So yeah, it's not one per household, it's one per person.
Yeah.
Will each tranche be operated as a separate co-op?
No, so it's all one co-op at the end of the day. What we will do is each additional oh, wait, he's talking about tranches. No, for each investor or member group that we accept, it'll all go under one cooperative.
Mhm. Now, if you wanted, John says, what if I want to buy a share for each of my teen children? They have to be over 18.
Yep.
18 or older. Sorry, nobody under the age of 18. Then you start running into some really interesting laws.
Yes, you do.
What happens if you only get 2,000 members? Do you end in refund?
Essentially, yeah, we got 2,000 members.
Yeah,
Yeah, that wouldn't be enough to be able to sustain operation or
no.
anything.
Now we would just end it and send it back.
Exactly.
Members' dividend return will be about $30 a year then?
Uh, I mean,
No.
not necessarily. So
No,
it
I
could
mean
be
it's
more.
based upon the success of the investments.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can't say a certain number that it's going to be now.
So we would need to pay taxes on dividends since we can't reinvest. Yes, you would pay capital gains on those returns.
Yeah.
So Patrick, yes, 50% for charity. So you guys got to understand the idea of this isn't that like this is not going to make anybody rich.
No.
The idea of this is to do good with the funds for the middle class. It's not
Exactly.
charity like we're giving it away to stupid things. Like we're going to have 3 to 5 options for what we do with the 50%. And you all are going to vote on what we do with that. Like we're not just going to be like, we're going to give it here. No,
No.
everybody's going to vote on what we do with it.
Yes.
So will the dividends paid out count as qualified dividends or non-qualified?
Oh, that's a good tax question that I do not know the answer to off the top of my head. That would be a JM question.
That's a Joe question.
Yeah.
Can we keep this conversation around 40K members and 20 mil investment? Yeah, that's what we're going for. How are the salaries paid?
How are the salaries paid? I mean, that would go from the MCU co-op's account to ours essentially.
Yeah, that's as
Yeah.
straightforward as it gets. What are the minimum number of members to actually form the co-op?
Yeah, so ultimately what we would like to see as a bare minimum is 20,000 people that'll be able to just sustain operations for the near future and for us to be able to grow as a cooperative as well.
I love this question. In a perfect world, what would this look like in 10 years?
So in 10 years, ultimately, what I would like to see is for us to manage roughly $500 million worth of assets and have multiple members and be able to do as much as we can for the middle class in the form of scholarships and things like that.
Yep. Somebody said it. So they said, can I buy as a trust? No.
No.
It must be as an individual person. We've had that question before. And look, I get it. Look, if you're buying things as a trust, you are making great financial decisions in your life. Like you really are. Like I totally get the idea of a trust. I've told my dad before, like he talked about like what do you do if you won the lottery? And I was like, you would buy everything as a trust. Everything would be a trust. But no, you cannot buy as a trust because we need to verify that you are an American citizen over the age of 18, and you can hide a lot of stuff in a trust. And so, and the 40K people, investors or members, you're members.
Yeah.
You are ownership members. Blitzkrieg Bomber says, so far all sounds good. I love it when you talk dirty to me, Blitzkrieg. And then Asget says 20% return on 20 million It's 4 million. 25% of 4 million is 1 million. 1 million divided by 40K members is $25 for the year dividend. Is that right? Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Again,
But that's
again, if
assuming
the
that's a straight 20% return. It
yeah,
may be more, it may be less.
yeah.
So
And
this,
also here's the thing. Guys, if you're putting in your 500 to try to get rich, this is not your investment. This is not the goal of this. The goal of this is to take the beauty is see you see 25% of 4 million is 1 million. But you know what 50% of 4 million is? 2 million. That means we can take 2 million and vote on how to help the middle class with it. When's the last do you know anyone you know personally who has had $2 million to affect the middle class, to help the middle class, to tell the classist up above us to go fuck themselves? Like that's how I'm looking at it. Now, people need to understand this is not a get rich quick. You're absolutely right, Michael. This is not a get rich quick. We are not your uncle. We are not pitching you some get rich scheme. This is not going to make you wealthy. You're not going to be balling out on this. But what you are going to do is have a resume of amazing shit you've done for the people in your life.
yep.
Like that's the beautiful thing. Michael, you're 100% right on that. What is the website, please? I'll put it in the chat.
Yep.
There you go. You go. Sounds like 5 people will get 6 figures a year while the rest of us get dollars. Can we vote on salaries? So you're not gonna vote on salaries. But again, here's the thing: like the people we have doing this, they they can not do this and go make great money in the investment world, working for companies like BlackRock and Vanguard and all that stuff. They're choosing to do this to try to do something good with what we're doing. And here's the thing: what I'm not interested in doing is shorting people doing the work so that people can feel good about the number on their salary. Like, no, you get what you pay for. And I'm sure a lot of you could suggest your uncle or your cousin that knows a lot about investing. Those aren't the people we want running this. So explain more about the 50% of profits for charity. Sure. So the cool thing about that is that 50% of the profits, the way it's going to work is we're going to take 50% of the profits. And then what we're just going to happen is we're going to come up with things we can do, whether it's building homes for veterans, whether it's a scholarship fund for teachers, or it's rebuilding schools, or it's, I mean, literally, I could list for you the next hour of things we could do with that. But there will be a certain amount we pick each year, and then everybody will vote on what we do with it. And then that will go on the website as a listing of everything we've done with it. Like if we give out scholarships, we're going to have details of all the people we gave scholarships to. We're going to have interviews with them of how they're getting to go to school without a cost so they can go be a great teacher future in life without debt. Like there's so many things we could do with this.
Yep.
So even if the co-op is bleeding money, salaries will still be collected. Well, we're definitely not going to be bleeding money. And again, every step of the way, you're going to be able to vote on what we're doing with it.
And also, that's kind of the reason that I said we would need a minimum of the 10 million just to be able to continue the cooperative and be able to grow it as well. We want to ensure that the cooperative is not bleeding money, so to
Yeah.
speak. And yeah, that it's never diminishing like that. No.
Somebody said, what membership do you as directors have? We have the same voting
Yeah.
rights as everyone else.
Actually, if we don't purchase a membership, we
Yeah.
don't get the voting that they do.
Yeah. So we don't even get to vote on what we're doing the money. Only you guys do.
Yep.
So legally, is our 500 an investment or a donation? No, it's an investment.
But
Is it legally?
legally, it's considered a membership. It's not technically an investment because of how cooperative law is. It's not an investment, so to speak, because then that would require the SEC to get involved. And it's not a donation because with a donation, you don't get membership interest. That's like what you do with this.
Yeah. Now, Robert, is there a minimum age? Can I buy in my grandson's name? No. There's a minimum age of 18 years old.
Yep.
So no, that 4-year-old could not buy in because I don't know how he'd vote.
No.
So Kenneth says 20 mil is not the top end of the co-op, as the 25% is reinvested in the co-op grows. So maybe the $25 in the first year, but potential for more down the road. You're right. You're absolutely
Exactly.
right, Kenneth.
And that's the entire reason that we want to do the 25% going towards reinvestment, because at that point we can go grow the cooperative, and then also on top of it, we can just, grow the returns of people as well and the
Yep,
good that we're doing.
exactly. And then Jason said, would a separate co-op ever be considered as a different investment vehicle? I would say no.
No, I would say no as well. At least not right now. That's something that we've discussed for later on down the line. But with cooperative, it's really weird how you have to set them up. They have to be certain types of cooperatives, such as real estate is cooperative. There's electrical cooperatives, telecommunication cooperatives, and also what is the name of those things? Credit unions. They're technically a type of cooperative as well. They're under what's
Really, a
called
credit
5,
union?
yeah, they're considered a 501(c)(12).
There's so many
Well, certain credit
501c
unions.
ticket numbers.
Yeah, certain credit unions are, not all are.
I ain't found one of those. Now it says Donna Lynn asked, who decides on who receives the charitable donations? You do.
You
That's your
members do.
voting. Your voting will determine that, Donna Lynn. You will have complete control over that. So Busy says, okay, I think I get it. Just like your first TikTok where you said make a group to make a difference, right? It's more about more about an American movement, have a voice to compete against BlackRock, etc. Exactly.
Yep.
Guys, this, like I
Right.
said, I will say this over and over and over again. If your goal is to get rich from this isn't your thing.
No.
That isn't the goal of this. The
Yeah,
goal of this
nobody's
is the
getting rich
fact
off
that
this.
nobody else is doing anything for the middle class. The government sure as fuck ain't. And BlackRock and Vanguard, they're not either, right? This is our chance to have a voice in a place we've never had a voice before. Like, that's the biggest thing here.
Mhm.
And again, Jamie said, if you aren't here to do an amazing thing for living beings of America, this is not the co-op for you. Exactly right, Jamie. 100%. Now, Spade says, who decides on the original 5 ideas for the charity?
Yeah, so ultimately what we're going to do is once we get to the point that we have, charities that we can actually distribute funds out to, we're going to have it in our system to where guys can go in and actually just say which ones you are thinking about the most. We're obviously going to have to vet them just to make sure they are a legitimate charity and things like that. And not everything is going to the directors and things like that.
Yeah, I love this comment. Jessica said, per my disabled veteran husband, it is absolutely time for the middle class to kick that ass.
I love that.
I love that. You're
I
absolutely
love
right. And here's the thing, Jessica, I am a disabled veteran. I am 90% disabled according to the VA. Don't let that fool you. I can still move around just fine. My back just hurts all the time. But I'm with him. I'm with him on that 100%. That was the whole idea behind this. And when I first talked to you guys, like I was like, look, I want the middle class to talk some shit. Like I want us to create a problem. And they were down for it. So Mr. Smith says it sounds like BLM movement with a few people actually benefiting. Do we get to vote on who's in charge? Yes. So that's a cool part of the bylaws is we're actually going to have a board.
Yeah, we're gonna have a board that's set up, and you guys are getting to be able to vote on just everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they'll determine
And how many people the
compensation.
board is going to be? What about how many people?
So we're doing it a minimum of 5, and then from there it can grow out as much as needed.
Yeah. So you guys are going to be able to control who's on the board to determine what's going on. Like that's the thing is everything is under your control. That's the biggest difference. Like you say, like a BLM movement. Did you have any say who was in charge of BLM? I know I didn't. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a white dude, so I probably don't get a say anyway, right? Because I have privilege. But even if I was a black dude, I didn't get to say anything in the BLM. I don't know any of my black friends who got to say who was in charge of BLM. The difference here is you do. You get to decide who's on the board. You get to decide who's making decisions. You get to vote on everything we spend money on. You get to vote on everything we invest in. You get to vote on everything we give to charity. Guys, everything about this is controlled by you. And then Blitzkrieg says $25 on 500 is okay by me as long as the money is being used for what we want. And here's the beautiful thing. You get to control what the money is spent on. Like we as directors, we just created it, but we don't really have control on
Yep.
what you choose to invest in. We don't really have control on what you choose to give to charity. We don't have control on any of that. We are just responsible for building the platform to give you a say.
Yeah. And say just here in 5 years or something that one of us is being a complete idiot or something like that, and you guys want them removed, you
Probably
guys
me.
are to
Probably
do
me.
that.
Probably me. If you're going to remove anyone, it's going to be me. If anybody's going to be an asshole, it's going to be me. Right? Are there membership tiers? There aren't.
Nope.
You got there are no membership tiers. Every single person who enters gets an equal say. I don't care if you join now, you join tomorrow, you join the next day. Everybody will have an equal say.
Yep. And
And
then
the
also
founding members, all we get to do is we get to work harder to make sure that your needs are met.
we're essentially just employees of the entire cooperative. So that's truly what we are.
Yeah, we're there to
No
work for the
financial
benefit of
stake
everyone.
or anything.
So we are forming a club to do good things rather than an investment. And we as members get to get the satisfaction of working with each other to decide on what good to do. Yes. That's what you're doing. So I'm not hip on this. The co-op grows in value, but my stake does not. No, and let me tell you the reason. The thing is that your stake, think about it this way, your stake is always equal to your risk,
Yep.
right? So your stake doesn't grow, but neither does your risk.
Yeah. And then
At the worst thing that could happen is you lose $500.
and then also on top of that, say that, here 10 years from now or something like that, we do grow and we only have, the original 40,000 members or something like that. That additional portion is going to, like, say that we were to go insolvent or something like that. And we had additional surplus after paying everyone $500. That additional portion is going to go to the charity of the members choosing.
Yeah.
So you're always going to have your $500 and you're always going to, have that ability to give out to charity as well. It's not a true investment.
No, it's not. It's not. You're investing in the success of the middle class.
Yep.
So when will I as an Israeli be able to join you? I threw that to him immediately.
Yeah, Israeli, I don't know off the top of my head. I know that we're working on getting Canadians in. There's just some compliance that we have to take care of. And we also have to, make sure everything is completely above board. So we need to have a good law firm on retainer before we can even think about accepting foreign nationals.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, Israel, we love you. Love you completely. But there's legal hurdles for that. All right. Let me see. Sorry, it skipped ahead here.
Yeah, no, we're on John Harris.
Yeah, John. So are you using ServiceNow or similar to Power, the site you keep full records of everything? For this level of financial management, a system like that should be a minimum. How is the info being secured?
Yeah, hold on. I had my web developer message me something just so I know a little bit about what I'm talking about here. All right, let me get that pulled up.
Where is Spencer?
Spencer is on a plane right now, flying
Oh.
down here. So, all right, this is what my developer said. The site is going to be encrypted en route to and from the server using HTTPS, TLS 1.2 plus, and SSL. Any data stored on our site at rest uses AES 256 encryption. Any PII is what I think that is, has another layer of security on the application level.
Personally identifying information.
Yeah, that stuff. Uh, it has another layer of security on the application level to protect it. All card payments will be processed through Stripe, who also have their own strict security standards in place. And yeah, there's also, we're going to have at least 2 independent cybersecurity guys of our own that will be testing the website for any vulnerabilities right now.
Yeah. So guys, you have to understand, We didn't hire our buddy to do security. We
No,
weren't like, yo, let me get your bro that does internet security to do this. This
yeah,
is a professional firm we hired to do security, right?
yeah.
It's
Like
not,
one
that's
of the
not how
guys
it works.
I know one of the guys that's doing security, he does it for the Air Force.
And Tate and Robert, you're exactly right. If you cannot afford to lose $500, do not do this.
That is right.
Guys, I'm dead serious. If $500 is a lot of money to you, and you're like, oh my God, if these investments fail, whatever will I do? Do not participate in this. I do not need some, we don't want people who are so dependent on this $500. This is, if you could afford to do this and support your neighbors and support your middle class partners, great. We'd love to work with you. We'd love to be members with you. We'd love to do everything with you. But if $500 is going to put you in hardship, don't do this. Save it up over time, participate in the second round, join then.
That's
We
right.
don't want to we don't want to force anyone to join, and we don't want to put people in financial hardship to do this.
Yep.
Like this is for people who are like, look, I recognize that I'm going to spend $2,500 in groceries this month. I can kick 500 to this and see what I can do with with this, right? That's what we want. Please don't, guys, if $500 is a lot to you, please don't do it. Don't participate because I don't want the mental stress of having to comfort those people who are caring about the $500. Like I love all my followers on TikTok. I love all my followers on social media. Please don't risk $500 if $500 matters that much to you and your family. Spend that on your family and take care of them.
And then also on top of that, just if we were strictly worried about just generating returns completely and not doing the actual good in the community, I would have stayed in private equity. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, because in private equity, people aren't giving you $500.
No, you're talking. I think my last job offer, I was gonna have an account of 250 million that I was
Mhm.
able to leverage and do other things with.
Because like I can tell you, like, here's the thing. I know what I make and I know the amount of money that I give to my investment guy every month. And it's fucking far more than $500.
Yeah.
He gets far more than $500 out of me every month. Like if I said, hey, this year I'm going to give you $500, he would be like, fuck you. I don't want to work with you. Like my investment guy would tell me to go fuck myself
Yeah.
because like he needs more than that to do things with. Like,
Yep.
and here's the thing, guys. Most of us, like especially most of the middle class, we're working really hard. We're sending what 2% to investment guys. We're trying to save for retirement. I get that. We're sending them far more than $500. And that's the cool thing about this is it's not $500 this month, $500 next month. It's not 500 after that. It's a one time. This is all you will ever spend on this. Like that's it. $500, you're never spending another cent. Like I look, I'm down for it. I like I said, I came up with this idea and then these guys made it a reality and they made it where it was like it made sense to me from a real standpoint because for me it was just something in my head of like, wouldn't this be cool?
Yeah.
And they
And
were
it was
like,
funny because we were already working on an idea like this. So
literally, they came to me and they were like, bro, we were thinking about this shit too.
yeah.
So Ford says, how do I get profits and how are they dispersed? We're sending that shit direct deposit, homie.
Yeah, direct deposit or check if you don't feel comfortable putting in your checking information. But I would prefer that you do that because that saves us paper and postage. And
Yes, please
yeah,
don't make us
maybe
send you an actual fucking check.
I'm gonna feel
Don't
bad
be
for
the
the person
guy that
that has
needs
to
to
do
get an
that.
actual fucking check. Look,
Yeah,
here's the thing. There is something satisfying about getting an actual check, but don't look. If y'all do that, I'm gonna talk shit. I'm gonna talk mad shit online. Look,
yeah,
if you do it, I get it. I get it. You want to check, but I'm gonna talk mad shit about it. Because I'm like, do you know how much money you're costing everyone else so you can get a fucking paper check? But so Kenneth says, additionally, as assets increase in value, I'm sure there will be votes on liquidation and reinvestment, which also increases value of co-op and potential positive changes.
that is correct. Yes. So later on down the road, say that we invest just say $1 million into a property or something like that. And just 2 or 3 years from now, say that the market has went up significantly and it's our stake in it is worth 5 million. Yeah.
Oof. I love it when he talks dirty like that. Oh,
Yeah.
let me just tell you. So Busy says, okay, do bylaws clarify what happens if someone needs to cash out, or can they? What happens if you die? Yes. So the
Mhm.
bylaws clearly lay that out. Now, just to say, we've actually answered this question a bunch about what happens if you die. Look, I'm sorry to hear that. It's obviously a bad time for you and your family, but just to answer a question that's going to come after this, no, you can't gift it to somebody. But what it will happen is you will be cashed out to whoever the beneficiary is, and then you will be given your 500 plus the dividend payment you're due, and then they can buy right back in.
Yeah.
Like,
And
we're not going to be like, oh wait, we're done accepting people joining, because you have to understand there's 380 million people in this country, 200 million plus of them are middle class. So we will always have openings for new people that want to join.
And this is something that the web developer is working on that he had an idea on. So say, for example, that you were to pass away and we do have to cash out your portion and whatnot. What essentially he's trying to do is to make it to where your beneficiary has the first right of refusal, to where they can actually take it, they can roll it into a membership, because if you were to pass away,
Oh, that's really
you can
cool.
automatically go ahead and introduce that membership without, yeah, having to do any type of membership, tranche.
And that's, I'll tell you right now, see, that's the thing is, so we had this question, probably the same question like 3 nights in a row, and they've already worked to make that into what our web developers doing.
Yep.
Like, that's how quick shit happens in what we're doing. Because the answer the first night was, no, we'll cash you out. And now 2 nights later, they're like, no, we can roll it in, we can make this happen. That's how we're trying to work. Now, is there any timeline for tomorrow? Yes. So here's the timeline for tomorrow. So I am going to be live all day tomorrow. I mean, I'm going to have little parts because I have an alternate job till this launches that I'm going to be have to jump off and argue with people about renewable energy. But for the most part, yes, I'm going to be live all day tomorrow, answering questions, talking about it, blah 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 blah. And then at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it will open up for memberships.
Yep.
But the whole day, I'm going to be talking about this because I can't tell you how fucking excited I am about this. Like, I am nerding out on this so much. Not nerding out to the way these guys are. Like, the other 4 guys, super fucking nerds. No, I'm not saying that bad about Jeremy here.
That's
Like,
true. So
I say nerd, but brilliant is the better way to put it. But I say nerd because, like, I'm a social media nerd. I'm a people nerd. This dude, day like 4, had already read 1,000 SEC documents to make this happen. Right. So, like, that's what I mean by nerd. I mean that in a completely complimentary way. But yeah, believe me, my whole day tomorrow is dedicated to this. I could not be more excited about this. So yes, believe me, the timeline, I will update you on the timeline about every 10 minutes. I'll be like, we're 6 hours, 49 minutes, and 50 seconds away. Like, I'm going to be a nerd about it. I'm going to be ridiculous about this.
yeah.
Now, so I can't help but say, when this takes off, would there be other different hedge fund created? No. So real quick, not a hedge fund. And
Nope.
here's the reason. Here's the reason why. So my original idea was, I said, I wanted to create a middle class hedge fund, right? That was my original statement. But here's the reality of a hedge fund. You got to be rich. Like, you got to make more than 200K a year. You got to outpace 401K. You got to have $1 million of assets, all to participate in a hedge fund. That pretty much eliminates everyone in the middle class. I'm middle class. I don't have $1 million in assets. I mean, I make good money, but my point is that eliminates everyone we wanted to include. So we made sure that that's why it became a cooperative. Because I'll tell you, like, that was my idea. And then these guys dug, and we went through what? We looked at LLCs, we looked at syndicates, we
So
looked at
this is
cooperatives.
the entire thing that we went through. So the first thing that we looked at was a hedge fund. We knew that that was probably not feasible whatsoever. Then after that, we looked at an investment syndicate, is what it's called.
Which
And then
is, let me just tell you, syndicate sounds so sexy, by the way.
it sounds badass in my opinion. Uh, then after that, we looked at crowdsourcing models, and we were like, okay, that's not going to work because essentially, with a crowdsourcing model, you guys, what we would do is we would essentially source the investments, and then after that, you would have no control over it at that point.
Yeah.
So we would just essentially be a middle house then. And then from there, we also looked at DPO, which is what's called a direct public offering. It's similar to an IPO, except it's on the private markets. And then we finally came across the cooperative model.
Yep.
Yep.
And let me just tell you, when they came across, look, I'm going to give you a little inside baseball here. When they came across the cooperative model, like, let me just tell you, I don't know if you've ever seen financial guys excited, but it's a different breed of normal excited.
Yeah.
Like these guys were reading through thousands of pages of SEC documents, IRS documents, and all that. They came across cooperative. They were like, holy shit, this is gonna, like, we can actually make this happen. And it was awesome. It was really great. So doubt is it? It is snow. I don't know what that is. So
Yeah.
when can buy in if we can't get in tomorrow? So here's the thing. It'll be the first come, first serve for the 40,000. So if you can't get in tomorrow and say we hit our 40,000, what would we be looking at as a timeline for the next round?
Oh, we haven't officially discussed this, but I think bare minimum of 2 months.
2 months. Okay, so we're looking
Bare
60 to
minimum.
90 days.
Bare minimum. I would really expect anywhere between 3 to 4.
Okay. So I mean, realistically, like we want to get you as soon as we can, but again, everything takes time. So Mr. Smith said, so we lose confidence with you two, you can be removed. So here's the
Yes.
thing. It's not so much confidence in us, is you're going to elect a board
Yeah. But
and
also,
they're going to really have control. Like the way it works is that we are the founders. Like
yeah.
we're the directors, but more than anything, we are the creators of the company. Like,
Mhm.
but you're going to decide a board that is going to dictate how we work.
Yeah, exactly. And then
Yeah.
also on top of that, if you do ever want us to remove, you can do that.
Yeah.
That is part of the bylaws. You can read that tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. So will the board be able to adjust salaries?
Yes.
Yeah.
They will be able to decrease them, increase them, anything. That is what the board does. That's what they're over.
Because you have to think the pay won't only be like us, like because we will have to hire things as we go.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna have to hire analysts and everything.
Yeah. Like you have to think like other than the directors, we're gonna have to like you guys have to understand that this is not something that just five people go, I'll figure it all out. That was the creepiest shit I ever saw. The dog push the door.
That's why I have my dog up.
That shit was creepy as hell. It just creaked open slowly. But like along the way, we're gonna have to have analysts. We're gonna have to people like this is not something that like five people can go. We got it, right?
Yeah.
Like, and
Like
here's
if
the
we
thing.
start getting over 200 million, something like that, we
Yeah,
definitely start looking into analysts.
and you
Because,
also have to think like we very strategically set up the directors. Like me, like let's be real. I'm a mouthpiece, right? Then we have him is an investment expert. He knows what he's doing when it comes to that. We bring in Jared. He's an expert in the real estate market as far as where we can actually make money. We brought in Spencer on the tech side. He understands what we have to do. Technically, he brought in the developer, brought in the website, made sure everything was set up for payment. We bring in Joe. Joe Madden is set up to be able to handle, like, here's the thing. If you want to talk to the IRS, you want to talk to Joe, right?
Mhm.
Like that, like every step of the way, we have found like everybody involved in this has their piece.
Yep.
And that was the important part for us, was that we didn't waste just like, oh, this is my buddy. Like we
No.
didn't, we everybody in this has their place. So Jason says, I might have missed this, but I understand there are 5 charitable organizations, but how many actual investments are going to be made for returns to help fund those charitable investments?
Yeah, so as far as the actual investments itself, it depends on the size of the investment because we will be limited to the 20 million.
So wait,
So,
let me give you a hypothetical.
mhm,
So we hit 20 million, we have 40,000 people. First year, obviously, we're reinvesting, but then our first dividend payout, we're
mhm,
looking at 4 million,
yeah.
right? So we have 2 million to invest in charitable organizations.
Mhm.
How does that process look to them?
Yeah, so as far as the actual charitable donations, as I said earlier in the live, we are going to take just recommendations from you guys for things that are near and dear to y'all's heart, and also we're obviously going to put in some things that are near and dear to our heart as well. And we just need to make sure that people are actually a charitable organization and not, you know, constantly paying out just the directors of it and things like that, that they are actually doing good in this world. And also, we are going to look for just companies that want to match our donation just for their good PR and everything like that. And then from there, once we have the one set up, what we're going to do is we're going to take it and we're going to present it to the members where you guys are ultimately going to vote on which ones you all think are best. We're just saying five is a rough number. It could be more, it could be less. We don't know exactly.
And just to be clear to everyone, say we go wild, right?
Mhm.
Say the first year we're going wild, we make 10 million, right? We're just ball it out, right? 50% of that is 5 million. Do me and you get any of that?
No, we just get our salaries. That's it.
No, we don't get shit. Like, guys, we could make 5, 10, 15, 20 million. Do we get any of that?
Nope.
Nope. We don't get shit. Like, guys, this is what you have to understand. We are not taking a piece of what happens. We have our salaries to do our job.
Nope.
All of that is, I don't want to say your fun money, but I'll be honest, if I invested 500 bucks and I'm voting on what to do with 5 million, that feels like fun money.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be real with you. If I put in 500 bucks and I have a vote on what to do with 5 million bucks, I'm gonna record my vote. I'm gonna talk some shit. Be like, yo, I just told him what to do with 5 million bucks. Like, I'm gonna be an asshole about it. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Because you let me have a vote on what to do with 5 million bucks. I'm gonna be like, yo, put it on black on roulette. Like, I'm wild about it. Let me just tell you.
Hey, I got a casino just 30 minutes down the road.
Wait, is it an Indian casino?
No, it's an MGM.
Oh shit. Oh shit. What if we just put an option there each time that was like put all the money on red or black? Would y'all I want to hear what y'all think. What if we just said, what if every time we put an option that said go to the roulette table and put it on red or black? Like that would be interesting. And then we live stream it. Like
Yeah,
imagine
I was fixing
walking
to say you
in.
have to be down here for this because yeah, we need to make
Oh,
sure that entire thing is live streamed. Plus, holding several $1 million and taking it into a casino.
but how
I
fun would
mean,
that be to walk
yeah,
in and be like, I'm here to put 5 million on black?
I would be shitting my pants a little bit.
I would definitely have a diaper on. There's no joke. Let me just be real. Don't get me wrong. It would be the funnest thing I've ever done in my life. And then we hit, and then I have a heart attack and I die, and then I have to figure out how I'm cashed out because
Yeah,
I just died.
yeah,
I'll tell
exactly.
you what, we have to have a fun option. And every time we do it, there has to be just a ridiculous option. Like put it on blackjack or some weird shit.
My
Of
God.
like, like we got to have something fun just in case we're all feeling froggy and we're like, let's see what happens. Like there should always be an option of put it all on black or red on roulette.
Yeah. I mean, we can talk about it, but
But
yeah.
just imagine we walk in there with 5 million of profit, we put it on black and we leave with 10 million of profit.
And then we have to put it up for a vote again.
No, no, and then the roulette option is gone at that point.
Yeah,
We're
exactly.
not fucking
I'm
doing
not doing that
roulette
again.
twice. We're not doing roulette twice. It's only a one-time thing. We're taking that out and then we're creating fucking scholarships or something.
Yeah.
The roulette thing is a one-time thing, just so y'all know. All right, all right, we moved on from that.
Yeah. Sorry, we went off on a tangent there.
Sorry, I'm so sorry I lost it on that. I was just like, my brain was thinking about dropping 5 million on roulette. Like I'm not a roulette player, I'm a craps player, but
Yeah.
like how cool would that be though?
Yeah. That would be fun.
It would be so cool. Let's see, here we go. Ford, I'm not avoiding your question. I'm trying to find where we are. So
We were just at, oh shit, where were we at? Okay, we were at Jason Macer.
Jason.
Right underneath him is Ford Forever.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
Jason said,
No, that's the tangent we just went off on.
okay. So
Yeah.
Ford says, how do we get our profits?
That'll go either ACH or check.
Yep.
So preferably ACH.
So John says, so if 50% of our profit goes to charity, why is this a better option than just donating to charity? Well, here, let me tell you right now. John, what do you think $500 does for charity?
Mhm.
You think you what? You buy what, 10 t-shirts, 20 t-shirts for somebody, or you buy somebody a bike? Like,
Also, whenever you're donating that much, you can get these organizations to partner with us, and then we can double the actual, charitable donation.
like you got to think about it this way.
Yeah,
Say
if
we
we need
created
to.
a charity to give $1 million to X organization.
Yeah, exactly.
What we would do for 3 months before that is say, anybody who wants to partner with us and match our investment
Mhm.
could.
Yep.
So this is where those rich organizations can get good press. They can say, "Oh, we're working with Middle Class United. We match their donation." So
And
now
we
instead of
already
giving
have it.
500 bucks to a local charity, what you did was give him $2 million.
Yeah, and I already have it out there in the PR world that that's something we're going to do. I know some people that work in PR, and they've already been talking about it to some of their colleagues.
Oh, I am very good at guilting very big organizations
Exactly.
to give money.
I'm just using the PR as an end for us, and then from there you can take over.
Yeah, I'm very good at, like, I'll tell you this, I've worked in renewable energy industry for a while. Do you know how much money I've gotten out of Duke Energy just for charity? I've got them to donate more than $30 million over the last 3 years. So I can get money out of organizations. So Keith says, I'm just getting here. So I'm sure this was already asked, but who is handling day-to-day operations and how are they compensated?
Yeah, so that's going to be me, Jared, Joe, Spencer, and Joe.
We
So
built this organization so each person has a super facet they are amazing at. Like this isn't just five people who are like, we like investing. No, this is a collection of five people who have specialties. This is what we're doing. So, Team Tampa Bay, by the way, I love you. I live in Tampa Bay. I love it. This is starting a movement. Hopefully, this will cause other people to do the same for the middle class. You guys are amazing. Thank you. That is one of the sweetest comments I've seen. Thank you, Team Tampa Bay. So Dennis says, so charity donations are tax deductible. Is that an advantage to the co-op? So let me ask you. So if we do a massive charitable donation,
well,
how
no,
does that affect the
you
members and how does
hey,
that affect the co-op?
1 second, because I know what he's talking about. Because in the previous thing, he's the one that asked if this is an investment or a donation. Okay, so this is not a tax deductible donation or anything like that. No, this is a membership once again. So yeah, that is just a straight membership. It is not any sort of tax deductible donation or anything like that.
Gotcha. Now, does it benefit the co-op if it's charitable?
The actual like say the $500.
No, the organization as a whole.
Okay, so what you're talking about is the 50% payout to, yeah. So essentially that'll just be tax deductible for us at the end of the year because we are going to have corporate taxes that we have to pay.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool.
Yep.
So Ford says, can we please answer how we get our profits? Yeah.
Yeah, so as I said, the profits, what they're going to do is whenever we actually do start distributing membership dividends, they're not profits, they're membership dividends. They will go to you guys directly via ACH or via check.
So Blue Empire says, when are the first board member elections happening?
The first board elections. So what we're going to do is in September, that's whenever we actually roll out the names of people that can be on the board. And then from there in December is whenever they'll be elected. In January, that's whenever they'll start.
So we're looking like a 6 month lag, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
essentially.
there you go. So basically, our only profit from 500 will only be 500. No,
Oh,
no,
no.
no, no,
So
absolutely not.
essentially that membership, that's always going to stay 500, but the membership dividend that you get, that's going to be on top of the 500, say that you were to ever cash out.
Yeah, the 500, the reason why it's 500 is one, because I was very committed to the idea of I don't want the middle class to have to risk more than they can lose.
No.
Right. And then from there, it grew into that is the only risk you will ever take. Now, you're going to get, provided we make the right decisions, we do good things, the market continues as the way it is, you're
Mhm.
going to receive more than that back. Now, we're not going to promise profits because legally nobody can promise profits,
No.
right? Like I invest with Vanguard. They've never promised me a fucking thing, right? Like when I was in the army, I invested in TSP. They never promised me a damn thing, right? But it's you'll be good. I can tell you that.
Yep.
Now, Chris said, "Will there be a way to cash out, close your membership, and get your money back?" Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. You just cancel your membership, you get your $500 back.
Yeah. And the entire process for that is going to be outlined, I think, in our bylaws.
It
Uh,
is. It's already in there in the
it's in the
bylaws.
bylaws. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was in the membership agreement, but yeah, it'll be in the bylaws for you guys just to know the entire process and everything like that.
Mhm. Well, here it says, once bylaws are released, will you do another live stream? So here's the deal. The bylaws are going to be on the website, which is going to be published tomorrow during the day,
Mhm.
right? And then I will be live all day tomorrow. So if you see something in the bylaws that you have an issue with, jump on my live and we'll talk about it. Like we'll if you have an issue and anytime these guys are available during the day, they can jump on. But like any issue you have, jump on and talk to me about it.
Mhm.
I will instantly get your question to these guys, even if they're not on live. I will shoot it over to them and I'll get you an answer. Like, here's the thing, and here's the deal, Blue Empire. If you see something you're not comfortable with, tell me right away. And if you don't get an answer you like, don't join.
Yeah, it's that simple.
And Ford, we just answered your question, bro. You have
Yeah.
to understand, Ford, we're behind in the comments because we're trying to answer everything extensively. So we're behind in the comments. We're
Yeah.
getting there, bro.
Yeah, we're
So
not keeping up with what you guys are currently putting in. We're going from things that are, I don't even know how old these comments are.
no, I'm just trying not to skip any questions.
Yeah, me too.
So Issei said, I love the idea, wanted to be a part of it, and that's okay. Believe me, I know you love us and we love you too. Thank you. That's really adorable. That's look, it's rare that I run across a comment that isn't questioning my shit. Thank you. It's so Joanne said, how much have you spent to this point setting it up? That's a good question.
Yeah, so in total with lawyer fees and everything like that, as well as the website development, just things like that. I think we're what, around 15,000 roughly?
Probably 15 to 20K.
Yeah, I think that is around 15 just for all the lawyer fees and everything,
And
because
here's the wild
it's
part,
the most
guys.
expensive thing.
We've spent this $0 from you.
Yeah.
So if you like, I don't know if you know anyone who spends $20,000 without your money. Like, like this isn't something we were like, all right, let's just create a website and see what happens. No, like we want this to be a thing. Like we didn't create this and go, oh, my buddy will build a website, my buddy will do the paperwork. Like we've committed to this. This is something that we want to do with our lives. Like, just so you understand that. So Asgat says, yeah, older millennial, you were a butthead to me a few times. Look, Asgat, I'm a butthead to everyone. I'm an asshole online, just so you know. So I could see your statement of being possibly removed first is understandable. That's reasonable. I'm an asshole. What if one of our members falls on hard times? Can we vote to help him in their charity category? Cool question.
That is something I have not thought about. So yeah, we could definitely do something like that.
Like, how cool would that be? Like, we come upon a quarter and we
Hmm.
have, let's just say, 300 grand to profit that quarter.
Yeah.
And then somebody comes to us and says, hey, one of our members is about to lose his house to a
Hmm.
bank. He needs 200 grand, to secure his house. And then we can put that up for a vote as one of the ideas.
Yeah.
And then
So
we can save him from losing his house.
yeah, we could definitely do that. But it's going to be a little bit of a process. We would have to get a 501(c)(3) set up essentially for us to be able to do that. But that's something we could probably do in the front end.
I'll be honest, that would be one of the coolest things to me. Like,
Yeah.
seeing one of our members, somebody who believed in us from the beginning, that we're able to help.
Yeah. Yeah, we could
I
definitely get.
want you to know I'm coming out to your house. I'm taking a selfie. I'm
Yeah.
definitely taking a fucking selfie.
Yeah. We'll just go there. We'll take a quick selfie and yeah.
I love that thought process, though. That's the right thought process to have, though, of like, what if somebody's falling on hard times? Can we help them? Like, I
Yeah,
love that thought process.
exactly. Me too.
That's so cool. I can't help it. Great comment. I love that. So
Yeah.
John says, to your dev, what is the actual framework the site is built on? I have 25 years dev experience. It's not about the money, but I've had my PII leaked before. Just want to ensure we're good.
I tell you what, I'm just gonna take a screenshot of this real quick. I'm gonna send it to our developer because yeah, I'm the wrong person to ask about that.
John, we will get an answer to you. Don't worry.
Yeah. And what's probably gonna happen if he doesn't get back to me tonight, join his live
I'll
tomorrow,
be live all day
and
tomorrow, guys.
I will make sure that he has the answer as soon as I get it.
There you go. So Dennis says, pretty sure we're not worried about losing 500. For me, I see 5 people making a lot of money with the members' money. I don't no, we're not making a lot of money. But Ryan said, how many enrollments are you going to have? Well, the first round is 40,000.
Yeah.
So it's maxed out at 40,000. And we have 70 plus thousand registered for alerts. So that'll fill up pretty quick. Then Chief said, when do we accept members from other countries? How will that affect where the money is allocated for charity to go? I'm only interested in investing in the United States. Well, here's the thing. I'm going to say this right now. No matter what we do, this money will go to Americans.
Yes.
I don't care if
Put
we
that in
do
our
open it up
bylaw.
internationally. This money will only go to Americans.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we're going to bring that up at the next board meeting and try to get that put into our bylaws just to make sure that that can never happen. Let me go ahead and let me send you a text personally, Joe, and that way we both remember it.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. I can tell you that not a single dollar we spend will be spent overseas ever. Now, so Jack says, is it real estate investment or stocks and bonds?
Hold on one second.
No, you're all good.
Okay. So only real estate or what exactly?
So it said, is it real estate investment or stocks and bonds?
Yeah, so at first, as I said, what we're going to focus on is the actual real estate market, just so we can have the cash on cash returns. And then from there, we are actually going to venture out into development and then private equity, and then we want to get into stocks as well.
Yeah, but not just that. Here's the beautiful part. The reason why we're focusing on real estate is because that is where the middle class is suffering.
Yes.
Like, the middle class isn't suffering in the stock market. They're suffering in the real estate market. So we're
Yeah.
focusing on a place where we can both make profit and help the middle class at the same time.
Yeah. Because right now you have a ton of private equity firms and just hedge funds that are going in. They're buying up multiple.
Wait, what is it? 44% of private home ownership is now
Yeah, I
owned
think
by
there's
places like
44%.
BlackRock and Vanguard.
Yeah, I think that's what it is now. I can't remember the exact number, but yes.
Yeah, like that's what we're combating. Like we live in the middle class with you guys. None of us are ballers. Like, I mean, look, buying these lights are $15 a piece. I didn't spend a lot of money. We're all middle class. Like, we're in the same situation you guys are. All right. So Pegasus said it's so exciting to know my funds are not funding wars. We will never fund a war.
No.
Oh, hold on, wait. Let me be real. We may fund a war against BlackRock one day.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. It
Yeah, I mean,
ultimately depends on what the members want to do with it.
just saying, like we're like, buy AKs against BlackRock. I'm just saying.
Yeah, if they tell
That
us to
may
go
be
to
an
war
option.
with someone, I'll be honest, I might step down at that point because no, I am not a soldier by any means.
Be like, hold on, wait, AT4s against BlackRock. No, I'm just kidding. We're not doing that. Just kidding. So, so Tate says, will I need banking info when I sign up?
No, so at first, as I said, what we're going to do is we're going to accept debit and credit cards just for the initial $500.
Get those Amex points.
Yeah, exactly. And then once we actually start setting up the membership dividend and everything like that, that's whenever you'll have to add in your banking info.
Yeah. You got to give us somewhere to send the money.
Yes, exactly.
And then Ford says, so when are profits deposited? Quarterly?
That is correct. Yeah. So what we're going to do is at the end of every quarter, we're going to have just a financial meeting with our board of directors. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get everything finalized there as far as our financials. And then from there, we'll do the 25% going to you guys, 50% going to a charity, and 25% going into reinvestment.
Mhm. So Kansas City John says, I've missed the start time again. What we are getting a text tomorrow when everything opens up, correct?
Yes, that is.
Yes. Yes. So here's the thing. When you get that text, I want you to know that everybody who has registered for alerts is getting that text too. So it's not like a, hey, take your time, join up. Like that is everybody's getting the same alert when you get it. So get in there.
That is right.
So Mr. Dave said, if you're only interested in profit, this probably isn't for you. Maybe I'm misunderstanding you, but it sounds like you're expecting a windfall of money. Look, I feel you, Mr. Dave. I feel you on Ford. Good call. So Slim says there is a course of concern of padding the pockets of five people, but if it is what they say, it will be more for the good of the MC, not just the five. Yes.
Yep.
So here's the thing, Slim. Will all of the guys who have founded this company make money? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Like I will admit that right now. Everybody who has founded this will make money, but nothing compared to like here's the thing. Like I work a corporate job, I make very good money. These guys left legitimate corporate finance jobs to do this. I specifically talked to Jeremy and Jared about what they left to do this. I can promise you that what we're paying them is nothing in comparison to what they've been offered. Like these are the top-notch people who actually bought into what we want to do. Are we compensating them well? Yes. Do they deserve it? Absolutely. So if but they're going to do the job. It's better than having like somebody I know who knows about investing doing this. Right? Like you get what you pay for. And we have to compensate everyone who is a part of this, or otherwise, like, do you want somebody who is this is their third priority, or do you want someone who this is their job? And that's the way we look at it. Like these guys are going to crush it. These guys are going to work 24 hours a day to make this successful. And we're going to pay them for that.
Yep.
So don't worry about that. Now, so
And then also just to kind of piggyback on your answer to Slim, you're also going to be able to just see in our bylaws that this isn't going to be able to pad our pockets whatsoever. And
no.
yeah, because The bylaws are essentially like an operating agreement for the LLC. It tells you how the cooperative is going to be run and everything like that. So please review that as much as you can tomorrow and ask any questions that you want to.
Yeah, and here's the thing to think about. Like, yeah, we're starting 40,000 people, $20 million to invest. Great. We're all gonna make what we make, right? But here's the best part. We're gonna be at 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 people, and we're gonna make 5, 10 million. How much of a piece of that do you get?
I get nothing except for my salary.
Exactly. So yeah, in the beginning, you're gonna be like, oh my God, they're paid. Yeah, but then when we're making 5, 10, $15 million profit, you're gonna be like, man, we got these guys at a discount. like, like that's I love it. In 5 years down the line, I'm gonna be like, yo, we're paying these dudes peanuts. Like, I'm gonna be talking shit. I'm gonna be like, yo, we got Jeremy for nothing. Let me just tell you right now. Like, yeah, sure, Jeremy's got a house, but y'all have three of them, so shut up. Like, that's how I look at it. So see what was it. So Mona says this isn't a profit situation. It's to sit back and watch how much good this can do. Think of all the dumb shit we buy. This can change lives. Bigger picture. Mona, it's like you're talking dirty to me. I love it. I love the way you think the way I think. I love that. Dennis says Middle Class United Cooperative Inc. is registered as a real estate nonprofit cooperative. What limits does that impose on what we can do? Good
Yeah,
question.
so it's registered as a real estate not for profit cooperative. Okay. And the limits that that imposes on us. So essentially, in the actual cooperative itself, yes, we will focus on the real estate aspect. But with us being a not for profit corporation, we can hold subsidiaries underneath it, such as LLCs and everything like that, to where we can actually go in and get other for profit businesses, whether that be in manufacturing, whether that be in, telecommunications, uh, pharmaceutical, or anything like that. It has no true, how do I say this? True stipulations on what we can do, because any type of holding company, which is what a cooperative essentially is, can invest into multiple companies underneath it. Just look at Rolex, for example. They are held by a not-for-profit corporation.
Wait, hold on, wait. Rolex is not for profit?
Well, their holding company is the actual LLC for Rolex. Yeah, and you guys can Google this. They are owned by a not for profit.
Oh, Rolex is some bullshit.
I'm serious.
God,
Google it right now.
like I own one Rolex,
Yeah,
and it definitely was for profit. I'll tell you that right now.
yeah,
Look,
but yeah,
I bought a Rainbow Daytona 4 years ago.
okay,
I still haven't worn it. I still haven't found a reason to wear it, but it's
yeah.
an investment. I bought it as an investment.
Well, it'll hold its value for you.
Yeah, it's up 40% on what I bought it for.
Yeah, here, let me figure out which nonprofit holds Rolex.
Oh my God, I can't believe Rolex. Believe they've made profit off of me. Like I'll tell you, my Rainbow Daytona, I love that watch. I still haven't worn it. I've never worn that watch.
Yeah, so Rolex, it is completely owned by the Hans Wilsdorf Foundation.
That's some bullshit.
Yep. Yep, it is considered a charitable trust by the Swiss government, and that
That
means
is
they
so
pay no taxes whatsoever.
Swiss
And
could kiss my ass. That's some bullshit.
yeah,
So we'll create a watch company 5 years from now.
I don't know if we'll ever compete with Rolex, but we can certainly try.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
So it says, is the website prepared for 40K people who will be trying to sign up? Are we going to crash the site?
As I said, there is always a small chance of it, but our developer, he has been working tirelessly just to make sure that yeah, we don't have that sort of problem.
Yeah, we're testing that right now. See, am I on the notification list? If not, how do I get added? Go to mcucoop.com, get on the notification list. So Ford says profits matter when they are deposited quarterly. Yeah, we already said quarterly, you'll get those.
Yeah.
So Asget says, Jeremy, I asked if div would be $30 a year. You said no. It will be more than that. Then I broke down math and it equal to $25 a year. And you said that's right. Do you know the numbers? Hold on, wait. I'm going to answer for you.
Okay.
You are asking us to predict the future. Like you are saying, hey, tell me what profits I'm going to get. And here's what I'll say to you. Go to BlackRock or Vanguard or any investment company and tell them to tell you exactly what you're going to get paid and put it down in writing.
Mhm.
That's not how investments work. We cannot tell you the profit. Here's why we can't tell you the amount. One, we don't know how the investments are going to pan out. Now we are going to focus on positive investments. Secondly, we don't know how many people are going to be a part of it, right? So you got to think like, say we made a certain amount and there were 30,000 of you. That's we know what your profit is. Say there are 60,000 of you. Say there are 100,000 of you, right? We don't know those payouts. So if you're going to ask things that no other investment company would ever fucking tell you in the world, because it wouldn't be legal to tell you, you're not going to get that over a YouTube live because you think we don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So if here's the thing, if you want to know what your profits are going to be over the next year, consult fucking Nostradamus. If you want to know whether or not your investments are going to lead to success for the middle class and growth for the middle class and positive things that would have never happened without this, then participate.
Yeah.
Other than that, fuck right off.
And then
So,
so it just depends on the actualized returns that happen. If
mhm,
you actually realize what I said, and you can go back into this live and watch it, I said your math is correct, but that's on a true 20% return,
mhm.
which we cannot, guarantee whatsoever.
So what's the website where we will be able to sign up? So it's the same thing. It's mcucoop.com, but it will transform. So tomorrow it's going to become the website that has all the bylaws.
Mhm.
And then at sign up time, it will transform into the website that they can sign up.
Yes, essentially.
So it's an ever evolving website. So tomorrow, the site will become where you can download all the bylaws, you can get all the information, you know exactly everything that's happening. And then at 7 p.m., it's going to become a sign up site for you because we want to centralize everything. We don't want to create multiple sites for you to go to different things. We want you to know you can do everything one site. And then going forward, that will be the site where you get 100% disclosure of everything we're doing. So, Vivian, very good question, very simple question. How can this fail?
Yeah, so ultimately
Wait,
this
I'm gonna let you explain that. I'll be right back. I
okay.
got I got something real quick.
So ultimately, this is an innovative idea on how to actually do a cooperative and then also just to generate returns and everything like that. So there is a chance that this could fail if the real estate market were to, collapse completely, which I don't necessarily see happening. And then also say that we were to lose key personnel such as like me, Jared, or anybody else that actually makes the decisions at the end of the day. There is a chance for that. And then also, it just depends at the end of the day how the markets work and also how many members we get at the same time. Because, I can't say that we can do it with 2,000 members, for example. As I was saying earlier, I would really like to see a minimum of 20,000 people for us to just be able to make sure that we continue operations in the long term.
So let's see here. What is the current number of potential members now? So it's limited to 40,000, but they're currently, hold on.
Here, I got it on pulled up on mine. It is 76,315.
Yeah. So if you, so 40,000 is the answer to that question, but there are about 36,000 people about to be really upset. And I'm going to eat shit on that. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's fine. I'll eat shit on it. Look, there have been more upset people in my lives before, but that's the numbers. So, man, I'm not getting a feeling you are in our profits
I
interest.
think he means profits.
Yeah, yeah, we wouldn't want to make money or anything. That would be terrible. Okay, so Glenn says, can we claim our portion of the charitable donation on our personal taxes? Good
No,
question.
ultimately that would be on the cooperative basis. And yeah, we're the ones that would get that charitable donation at the end of the day, but yeah, and we would be the one to get that donation right off. But I mean, it's just the amount that we put in,
So it
you know.
depends on how creative your accountant is.
Exactly. So because of
Does
that,
the board establish your salary?
yes, they do.
Yeah. So your salary should be clearly stated. Yeah, they will
Yeah.
be.
And as I
Guys,
said earlier, it just
guys,
depends
you'll
on
know
the
exactly what we make. We're
yeah.
not gonna hide that.
No, it's going to be on the website and
Yeah.
everything like that. Not tomorrow, because what we need to figure out is how many people are actually going to be signed up for this. So we can't say that it's going to be X amount or it's going to be X amount, because it ultimately depends on the amount of participation within the cooperative itself.
Yeah. But guys, just so you know, not just our salary, but the actual every single dollar that gets spent, you will have tracking on. So we have to hire a website analyst, let's say.
Mhm.
You'll know what we paid them.
Yeah.
You'll know exactly how many dollars went to them. Like this, every single cent will be publicly disclosed to you. So let's see here. Let's see here. Oh shit, it skipped. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta go back.
Yeah, we're at Kansas City, John. They were talking about whenever we were talking about the roulette wheel. Casinos have a limit for that, LOL.
Let's see. Yeah, they do actually.
Yeah, I
So
forgot about that.
salaries will be paid even when there is no ROI. Well, like we will never invest in things that don't give an ROI.
Yeah.
So Busy says, just in case we're all feeling froggy, Jeremy giggles nervously. So Kansas City John says online sports bet, not casino. Hey, if y'all vote for it. So Asget says costs have been accrued already. So say 10K sign up. We decide then to close and return our 500. Will it be 500 minus the accrued cost for the full amount? So what they're saying is
Yeah.
say we've already got cost and say very few people sign up. Worst case scenario, basically.
Worst case scenario, I mean, I would have to look into the expenses and everything like that. But I mean, there would be some taken out just because to actually liquidate the cooperative itself, that does cost money at the end of the day. And with us putting in what we already have, like what I've put into lawyers and everything like that, I'm not getting that back. I've already
No, same,
established that
same,
whatever.
same for me.
I've already established I'm not getting back what.
No, if it doesn't work, we're all just gonna eat it for the most part.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah, like we're fucked if this don't work.
yeah.
Somebody said Richard said, "Wow, the roulette option just caused me to pause."
Wait, where are you at?
Richard said, "Wow, the roulette option just caused me pause." We're not putting that out there. That was a joke.
No.
Hey, once a year, take 5% of the charity money, go bet the max of the table to see if there are winnings. Split that to all members. Look, I'm down for it, but that's up to y'all. Y'all vote what we do with the money.
Yeah.
Like, don't tell me to do that. I'll go to roulette. Don't give me a reason to go to Vegas. But a certain percentage of the profits each quarter, etc. Yeah.
Mhm.
So pretty easy, Richard. Don't vote for it. It'll never be a small percentage allowing it. Agreed. Old man convert, hello all to you too. How long will the board members' terms be? So when we talked about electing a board, what was the length of time on that?
There's 2-year terms.
2-year term. So
Yep.
when everybody votes to elect board members, they'll be there for 2 years, and they can't serve what is it? No more than 8 years in a 10-year term.
I would have to pull up the actual bylaws by that because I thought that it was more than that. It
No,
may
I
have.
thought it was in a 10-year term. They cannot serve more than 8 years. Oh wait, no, they can't serve more than 6 years consecutive.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was 6 year. think that you'll see it in the bylaws tomorrow. That's all outlined there.
So Jack says, let's say you get the 20 million tomorrow. How long after that will be the first vote as far as investments and charitable donations? And will we be able to choose how much goes to whom?
Okay, that is a great question.
Yeah.
So ultimately, what we were looking at is for the first month, we're going to take it, we're going to make sure everything is completely above board, everything is, completely staked out. All right. And then from there, what we will do is we'll just start actually sourcing the deals. So I would say that it's going to be roughly about a 2 month turnaround for us to start, actually voting on the investments. That also gives our developer enough time to be able to develop the voting system because that's what he has to currently do.
Yeah, because you guys got to understand our voting system is going to be developed for us. Like it's not taking from someone else's platform. We're developing this for us.
Mhm.
So if we were to receive profits, how often can that happen? Is it a one-time thing or can it happen multiple times?
Yeah, so receiving the membership dividend, you will receive that at the end of every quarter. As I said, for the first year, what we're going to do is we're going to reinvest just because that's where most of our capital expenditures are going to come from. So 5 quarters from now, that's when you should expect your first membership dividend. And then from there, you should expect it every month after that, if we do have the profits able to do it.
No, when we have the profits.
Yes.
See,
In
he's
a
careful. I
legalistic
say
way.
when. So if we here or TikTok, where the lives held. So we're gonna hold the lives on YouTube only because TikTok is open to the audience wanting to report stupid shit. Right. So it will be here on YouTube, like for tomorrow. I'm gonna be on YouTube live all day tomorrow to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about as we go into the launch. Now, TikTok, I will have TikTok Live open, but that's to the whims of TikTok. Like,
Yep.
what I'm not going to do is leave this all up to China.
Yep.
Can you do YouTube Live tomorrow to make sure questions aren't missed on TikTok? Questions seem to get lost. John, you're exactly right. I just said that. You're exactly right, bro.
Yep.
That's the buy-in. What prevents you from taking the money and leaving the country? I
Yeah.
mean,
So
we all know non-extradition countries, we could bounce.
yeah, that's actually something smart that Joe did with our bank account. He actually set it up to where the max that anybody could take from it is $10,000 without a vote or from the actual members itself.
Yeah.
So we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. So the best any of us could do is take 10 grand and run. And I don't know if y'all know about today's economy, but 10 grand ain't getting you fucking anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're none of us could run and bounce. Like, let me just tell you that right now. And Spencer just signed a lease. So he
Yeah,
ain't
his
going
girlfriend
nowhere.
would kill him. She
Our
wants
tech, our tech founder just signed a 1 year lease. He's fucked. He ain't
yeah.
going nowhere.
And Jared also has, I think, 8 months left on his lease.
Yeah. So we piss away the 10 grand on getting sued.
Yeah.
So we're not going anywhere. What's up, veteran biker? So Old Man Conference says, brilliant idea, 20 plus years in law enforcement. Really looking forward to this opportunity, yet I am having surgery tomorrow. Do y'all have a launch time? 7 p.m.
Yep.
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're having surgery, tell your wife to break out her phone and get on this. Because look, you're a 20 plus year in law enforcement. You got a wife. I know you do. Or you got at least a side chick. Like tell her to get ready. Veteran biking, thank you so much. 15 to 20K spent, or will it be paid from the fund?
Yeah, that's something, as I said earlier, I'm not expecting a return on anything that we have spent on lawyers and everything like that. And I know you're feeling the same way.
Mhm.
Yep.
Look, if it doesn't work and we got to eat it, we'll eat it.
Yeah.
Right? We're doing this for other people, not for ourselves. And Eric, you're right. It takes somebody to run any business. Look, I wish it was free. I
Yeah.
wish we could get paid in like love. It'd be great. Like, but that's not how it works.
Yep.
If we don't make the first cut of the 40K, how soon afterwards will we be able to join? Would you say at best 2 months?
Yeah, at best 2 months. Realistically, I would expect four.
So yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be a minute, but you'll be there. Dennis says, once signups have started, will there be any behind the scenes meetings between just the five owners? No. No, here's the thing. I'll be on live the whole time.
Yep.
And I'll be texting them like excitedly.
I'll probably jump on your live a couple
Yeah.
times throughout the day. So,
Like probably the all the directors will join and we'll just talk about how happy we are that we get to launch.
yep.
But no, there won't be any secret meetings. I will tell you, we held our first official meeting yesterday.
Yeah.
And let me just tell you right now that I am not prepared for official meetings. People had to
I can
make
tell by the look on your
motions.
face. You're a little like,
I
what?
was like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, because we have to be in compliance with the government, right? So we were holding meetings and like somebody had to make a motion, somebody had to second it. And the whole time I was just like, yeah, motherfucker, let's do this. Like, so it wasn't my type of meeting, but we've had real no, tomorrow we're just gonna hold celebrations about how happy we are to do this.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's all it is. Like, I wish there was a time where, like, I wish I could tell you what official meetings sound like. Let me tell you, you don't want to be a part of them.
No.
They suck. They're boring as shit. So if you don't have the $500, simply don't join. Yeah, this time around, Eric, you're exactly
Good.
right. Hit us next time. So Dennis says salaries are paid from the fund regardless of ROI. How often are salaries paid out?
Well, cooperative, not a fund. All right.
Yes.
And then salaries though will be paid out weekly. Just letting you know that now we are getting paid on a weekly basis. And because that's what we've already discussed is that we want to be paid on a weekly basis. And regardless of ROI, we intend to have the ROI more than cover our salaries.
Yeah, it'll be easy.
Because once again, we don't, yeah, we don't work for free. Nobody does at the end of the day.
Nobody does. And here's the thing, you know who works for free? Terrible fucking people.
Yeah. And Dennis, if you have hesitations about even trusting us with your money, please more than feel free to sit out. I am
Yeah,
not
please.
pulling your leg whatsoever. If you want me to, I can even remove you off the list. Just text me what your name is, and I'll remove you off the list myself. That is not a problem.
So thank you, Melanie, for answering that question for us. Dennis, if this gets to 40K, 20 mil, is the older millennial quitting his job? Yeah. So this will become my absolute focus.
Yep.
Because here's the thing, like I I have a very intensive job. I travel around the country taking care of clients and all that. And when it comes to this, I can't do that.
Mhm.
Like this will be my focus.
Yep.
I'll be focused on making sure we're talking about this on Good Morning America and MSNBC and CNN and Fox News and making sure that we have media coverage across the country. So yeah,
And I'll be right there with you, taking all the interviews with you.
yeah. But that will be my focus. Yes, once we attain the 40K, the 40K people joined, this will be the only thing I do. Like,
Mhm.
and this will be the only thing they do. Like, guys, you have to understand the five of us, this isn't some side business to us. This is something like, oh, we'll make some money. No, this is what we want to do with the rest of our lives. We want to make sure that this is the most successful thing we've ever done. And that's why, like, I'll tell you, like, I'm leaving a corporate job in renewable energy. These guys are leaving jobs that would have paid them way fucking more in the financial world. So, like, we are doing this because we feel this is something we can be proud of what we do with our lives. That's what we're doing. Now, salaries can increase if they are deserving of good them raises. Here's the thing I can tell you right now. I will tell you this right now. I don't care how big this gets. I don't want my salary increased. I'm staying where I am. Now, they're doing all the work, so I want their salary increased. But for me, I want this to be something I can leave to my kids as a legacy. That's the biggest thing for me. I love that. Now, as soon as we drop 20 mil, is the government going to try and take their cut? Yeah.
Well, there is time on that.
Yeah.
So ultimately, what we will do is we will just have to take it and we will have to invest into the actual assets because any amount that's left over at the end of the year, that's essentially what we're going to be taxed on. It's whatever we don't send out in, salaries and retainer fees for lawyers, CPAs, investments, everything like that. Whatever's left over at the end.
Lawyers, we hate those guys.
Yeah, but they're a necessary evil, unfortunately. So,
Yeah, I get you on that.
yep.
So I signed up, but I haven't received a text or an email. Jimmy, here's the thing. When you sign up, we could have sent out confirmation emails, but with the amount of people that have signed up, we would have spent thousands of your dollars on sending you confirmation emails.
Yep.
Didn't do that. We don't want to waste your money on going, thanks for joining. If you signed up, you're going to get the alert. I promise you. So Chris says, I'm in and so looking forward to making a difference in America. Send it. Thank you, Chris.
Yep.
Richard says, will there be any restrictions on who can sign up? For example, I'm a felon. Can I still? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So this is not like federal voting. You can get in. If you're an American citizen, you can get in. Here's the thing. I always look at the same way when it comes to felons.
Mhm.
If you've served your time, you get your rights back.
Yeah, exactly.
You've served your time, bro. Thank you. I don't know what you did, but I'm glad you served your time. I'm glad you're back in the American populace. Yes, you can participate. Now, what states will the investments be in?
Yeah, so that's not something we can just discuss right now
Where's
because
Jared?
yeah, exactly. Jared is our main one for that. But we are looking in multiple markets and I think that he has it narrowed down to like 11 that he's looking at right now.
Cool.
And he's looking at the capital or cap rates and capexes and everything like that.
Cool. So let's see here. Let's see. Not one investment in the market is a sure thing unless you're a politician. That's true. Who can finagle the market? Don't have the $500, don't join. Eric, you better stop talking dirty. Wait, skip ahead. I gotta find Eric again. Okay,
Yeah,
here we go.
scroll up, it's underneath I can't help it, then it's Eric
So
and
Team Tampa Bay says the real estate market is not going to collapse. It's definitely not. So Mark said, what time of day do you expect to go live? I work nights and sleep days. So tomorrow I'm going to be live all day. Now I will have multiple stints where I have to back out because I got to jump on meetings. But for the most part, I will be live all day tomorrow.
Yep.
Right here, excuse me, right here on YouTube. I'll be live all day. And I'll also be live on TikTok.
Mhm.
So we can talk all day. Recap, ACH or paper check quarterly, they are working full-time for us. Yes, they are getting paid. They're not clairvoyant. Stop asking. It'll all be online. If you're salty already, don't do it. Mona's talking. We got to hire Mona.
I love her.
Like, we got
I
to hire
love
Mona.
Mona.
Fuck. Like, Mona, if you're applying for a job, girl, you're hired. That shit was on
Yeah.
point.
We're gonna need an assistant eventually, so
For real, Mona. I don't know what you do for a living, but give a thought to whether or not we're hiring, girl. Have you considered ETFs to invest in? Constant dividend income would help increase profits. I could be wrong on investing since this will be a co-op.
wait, hold on. Let me read this. Have you considered ETFs to invest in? Is that the one that you're at? Have you considered ETFs to invest in?
Mhm.
Okay. Uh, constant dividend income. Yeah, so ultimately what we're looking to do is ultimately to make money, you need to leverage money. Okay. And that's what you can do within the real estate market just to build the strong foundation. And then also we will be able to, build up that equity and then take that and put it into more cash producing assets.
So I can't help but say, can we submit a charity to be vetted then vote on? Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Please. Here's the thing. That's a huge thing. Like if you know a charity that you think would do the best, definitely submit them. We want to know about them because we can only think of so many things. we are going to rely on the members to tell us what could be the best effect. Now, Zipporah said, can we invest at a later date? Sure, but we're
Well,
limiting the first
more.
round to 40,000 people.
Hey, hold
Oh,
on. They said, can we invest more at a later date? No,
oh,
it's always
more.
gonna be, yeah, you missed that part. It's always going to be the $500.
And it will always be per person, so no.
Yep.
Ansget said, why not just say it's a membership fee of 500 to do X, Y, and Z with no dividends but power to do good with our, because that's not what it is.
No,
Because you will membership fee of 500, but there are dividends and you can do good.
that's
Because
right.
that would be like, that's not what we're doing. Richard said, I think this is one of the most incredible opportunities for the middle class to actually have a way to do things that have a positive impact on the economy and also being charitable. That's the focus, man. That's really what we're like. Like, look, we can act like Wall Street and also do good shit.
Yep.
And then Manuel said, thank you, thank you. And then Richard said, I can't wait till 7 p.m. tomorrow. Thank you, your ultimately work on this awesome opportunity. I don't want to be in this for the profit. I'm in it for the potential impact the co-op will have.
Thank
Look,
you.
that's the reason we're all in it. That's the reason we created it. Yeah. Now, Scott said, is it going to be mail-in voting or do I have to worry about presidential voting issue? No, we will
Hey,
have our own voting
yeah,
process on the website. There will not be any 3 p.m. ballots that change the voting.
no, it will all be integrated on our website, and he's making a way just to verify identities and everything like that before a vote can be cast. We're
Yeah.
not having any 3 a.m. voting, so to speak.
So Nick Massa, you said, how do I buy it? So what I'm going to do for you is in the chat, I'm going to put in the website so you can go get alerts. And then from there, tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you get an alert if you sign up that will tell you to that we've launched and you can sign up.
Yep.
So John said, from an LLC perspective, are we the people, members or managers?
Yeah, so ultimately it's different from an LLC because it is a cooperative once again. So in a cooperative, you have several different types. You have the members that they're the ones that put in the $500 in our case, and they're the ones that actually are able to make the decisions at the end of the day because we went with a democratic style of management. So you guys get to decide on the big decisions. And then we also have the board members. They're the ones that ultimately oversee to make sure everything is going completely smooth. And then we have the management. That's what we are.
And John said, why limit it to 40K of this for doing good? Why would it be better of 70K? Here's the thing, 40K, the way we look at it is that we limited it to 40K because we recognize that at that point we can have money to take care of what we've spent, take care of the people running it, and be able to invest accordingly. Right? That's why we said, and more importantly, the 40K is a test case to make sure that we have everything running smoothly. Now, 70K, sure, that's an arbitrary number. But the point was to make sure everything runs good, everything is set up well, and then we'll open it up for future tranches of people to participate. Now, the future groups of people won't be any less invested in what we do, but we felt it would be doing a disservice to people if we weren't sure that with the first 40K we could do what we needed to do. Like that was why we did it that way. Okay, so very excited for this opportunity. Thank you for doing this and getting it all up and going. Hoping to get into that first 40,000 members. Same here, Michelle. I hope to see you there. Martingo said, I find it interesting how some people ask these outlandish, aggressive questions, yet accept the deductions on their check stubs with no say in how that money is being allocated. You're right. And they said, not to mention the amount of, oh shit, it skipped. Sorry. Not to mention the amount of money we waste as a whole. This is a people helping people opportunity. And I appreciate what you guys are doing. Thank you so much, Martingo. But I'll tell you, here's the thing, I understand it because the people helping people, that's a rare thing in today's world. Like it really is. Like people helping people without some benefit for them, that's a rare thing today.
Yeah.
But that's what we're doing. Now, Asgad said, Jeremy, the question was not antagonizing. Should we expect the dividend of $30? Look, if you're looking for a dollar amount, Asgad, we're not going to answer you.
We can't give you a dollar amount because it ultimately depends on the returns that we get, the actualized returns that we get. And at the end of the day, also, I don't have a final say on all the investing. That is ultimately up to the members. And
Yeah, hold on, wait, hey, hold on, wait. Who decides what we invest in?
the members,
Who decides how we spend the profits?
the members.
So if you want to know who's responsible for the money we make, it's
The members.
yeah.
So I can't give you a 100% dollar amount or anything like that. Also, I couldn't even give you that if I wanted to, just legally speaking, because you can't tell someone, yeah, you're going to get this over a certain amount of
Wait a
time.
minute. Are you
Unless it's
not
a loan.
guaranteeing 50 million in profit?
No, I am not guaranteeing at all.
That's bullshit then.
Yeah, I know. But
If you're not guaranteeing me 50 million, we're not doing this.
yeah, legally speaking, I could never tell you an exact dollar amount or anything like that unless it were a loan. Now, later on down the line, maybe take loans from someone. Yes, possibly. But as of right now, I can't tell you an exact number or anything like that.
So Robert Tate said, we appreciate all you're doing. Some people will never get it. I agree. What's the cost? $500 minimum, maximum. It's the last thing you'll ever invest. How does this pay out? Quarterly. Busy said, I wish we could get paid in love. I love it when you talk dirty. But me too. Seriously though, when we go to website, request link and get link, does that link guarantee a spot to register or have to then get on to register? So when you registered for the alerts, all you registered for was the moment we launch, we're going to tell you. That does not guarantee you a spot. Now, I'll tell you this. If you go on the site and you're able to register, you are part of the initial 40,000. Like you're in. There's no question. We're not going to argue about that. You're in, right? But no, registering for the alerts does not guarantee you a spot. So let's see. Donald says, finally got the chat. Woohoo. Very excited to start this project with you guys. Thank you. John said, what state is the business registered? Maryland, right?
Yeah, it's incorporated in the state of Maryland. And if you're trying to find us on the Maryland registry, it's weird how they have it. It's not a Secretary of State. It's the Secretary of Assessment and Taxation instead of a Secretary of State. So
Gotcha.
that might be why some people are having, trouble actually finding us. But yeah, it's registered in the state of Maryland. I don't know if we have the articles of incorporation on the website. I'm sure I can
No,
get the
just the bylaws right now.
Okay. I can get the developer to add those in there. That's just simply adding a link.
Cool. And then Nick says, how do I send my 500? Tomorrow at 7 p.m. I should have been more clear. What time do you expect to go live with the sign up? Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Very informative. Look forward to being alerted to invest. Thank you. Greetings. Damn it, it keeps skipping. Hold on. Hold on. I saw greetings.
Yeah, greetings. If we get the alert and get to sign up, and heaven forbid during the sign up we have a technical issue, will there be a support system direct line to work through it? Yeah, so our developer, he's actually got some guys on standby just to make sure that that doesn't happen. And if it does, he's going to make sure that it gets back up and going as soon as possible.
Now, does my buy in the co-op also buy me in on any LLC's developments thereafter?
Yeah, so ultimately the cooperative is essentially going to be a holding company. With a holding company, you have these subsidiaries underneath it that they ultimately pay to, the holding company itself, which in this case is the MCU cooperative.
Will the members website have a message board and chat? So In addition to that, what as of tomorrow, and I will talk about this on tomorrow's live, I will have a Discord set up for that. All of these guys will be added on, that I will divide it up for real estate, investment, IRS questions divided to get routed to the right people. So anything you're thinking about, any concerns you have, you will be able to send that to a direct person. So yes, we will have a full chat for that. Any concerns you have, you send it, we'll answer it, we'll make sure we take care of it. Now, okay, thanks on the investment amount, need an MBA with content and admin skills. Look, we will be hiring people as we grow, like 100%. Like my MBA is in strategy. I'm a nerd about strategy to create a company, but yes, like Jeremy, you talked about this before, that we are going to have to hire people as we grow.
Yeah. I mean, the first thing that we're ultimately going to have to hire into the cooperative is the analyst, just to make sure that, because the amount of deals that we're going to have to do is going to be more than just, say, like me, Jared, or anybody else can handle.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Guys, I'm so ready to do this. Thank you for your drive and determination to get this up and running. Thank you, JJ. Nick said, thanks, brother. So excited. Same here. Now, William said, why are Ford, Dennis, and AZ even here? Seems like they just showed up to talk shit and try to make a ton of money quick. Damn, if y'all are that concerned, just go to bed and don't fool with this. William, look, here's the thing. You're always going to have detractors. You're always going to have people who have problems. But here's the best part. Their best questions we have answers for. And that's important to us, is
Yeah.
making sure that the people who have a problem with it, we have an answer for them. Now, will there be portfolios available for review via the website?
Yeah, so ultimately, whenever we actually start sourcing the deals and everything like that, we will have those on the website with just a pros and cons summary and what we see as the potential upsides and things like that that will be available on the website before you guys go in and vote on it. We're not just going to show you all pictures of a rental property and say, which one do you like best or something like that.
So Donald said, I signed up 2 days ago, went to there again, asked me to sign up again. Will I be kicked to the end? No, you will be alerted at the same time, everyone. The
Yeah.
alert will go out to everyone simultaneously. So, Donald, you registered, you're getting your alert at the same time as everyone else. Just make sure you go directly from that alert to sign up.
And also with the sign up portion that we have, it doesn't allow duplicate information. So say that you were to put in the same email address, phone number, anything like that, then it will not allow duplicate, lead essentially to populate.
So Manuel said, I'll check in with you tomorrow. Might have to work tomorrow, so going to log off for the night. Have a good night, Manuel.
Yep.
So, shit, now it skipped again. Sorry, guys. All
Oh.
right. So, Donald says he's very excited. Brainchild says, apologies for the late show. If we are able to get into the first 40K, when and how will we be sending the 500? So we're processing it through Stripe.
Yeah, Stripe is our payment processor system that we're going to be using. It'll be at the time of account creation that you'll have to do the $500 just to be a member.
Yep. Eric said, may the odds be ever in your favor. Thank you. On the website tomorrow, there will be a section that allows you to purchase the membership. Yes.
Yep.
Nice work, guys. Most have put money in a G string than to help with the middle class. Yes, you're right, John. Let's see. I love that there are people here answering these questions.
Yeah, I know.
Like
Before we
Melanie already answered Mark's question. I love that. But all right, Michelle says we are middle class small business owners. I'm a realtor. We own a small commercial construction company in South Dakota. What can we do to help you grow in this? Here's what you can do, Michelle. You can, when we grow, you can submit about what you can do for the middle class, and then we can select you as an option to give money to.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but we're going to have a partnership portion that is available on our page that the website developer has been working on, and that you will be able to submit, hey, I'm a realtor in this, part of the country, and I want to help you guys. And from there, we'll be able to just contact you, set up a meeting, and figure out what works best for all of us.
Absolutely. Team Tampa Bay says, why are people worried about the payout? That's not what this is. Geez, move on. You're absolutely right, Tampa Bay. Please, people, it's 500. It's like the startup of Microsoft could go big or go broke. It's only 500. Chill out, folks. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Dan. Thank you. Will it be via card or check? I got you. We got that. It will be via card. Appreciate it. Thank you for looking forward to this. Let's go broke and buy CNN. I love it. Look, we wouldn't have to go broke to buy CNN. They're cheap as fuck these days. They just lost their airport contract, so they're fucked. Y'all are going to need assistance to answer even the silly questions. Look, I spent my career answering silly questions. Let's see here. Share the link to sign up. Veteran biker set. No, I got you. All good. Same link in my bio. Will PayPal or Venmo be options to fund?
No, so ultimately, just due to regulations, we can't accept that. And yeah, so we're not able to accept that at this time.
Let's see. So what we should be able to sign up now to listen. Love it. Can we get a countdown on the website? Look, here's the thing. I'll be live all day tomorrow talking shit about this. You have no idea. I could not be more excited. It's like my fucking birthday right now. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Don't off the top of my head, but Stripe accounts accept most cards. Yes. When researching what the best way to structure the co-op, did you look into private membership club? If so, what was the thought process on not operating as a private membership club?
No, I did not see a private membership club. That's something that I'll have to look into.
That's a good question. I love it.
Yeah. No, I didn't even see that. So yeah, I can look into that. I've
But
never.
Jamie, here's the thing. I'm gonna ask them about it. Jeremy's gonna look into it. While I'm live tomorrow, hopefully we'll have an answer about that. Holy shit, we got through the questions. Guys, I want to tell you, when we do lives, it takes a long time to get through the questions. Can we opt for PayPal for dividends?
Uh, if it has an account number, I'm sure you could.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Well, that's how I get paid from TikTok. So, Donald, you're welcome. What safety measures from Wall Street or other hedges corruption? So, what safety measures have we taken to make sure we're not corrupt?
Yeah. So ultimately, with the cooperative model, we won't be able to, sell out to any sort of hedge fund or anything like that. It will ultimately be up for the members. They're the ones that make the decisions at the end of the day. As I said, this is a non-stock corporation, so we won't be able to, sell off our stake to, BlackRock, Vanguard, or anything like that.
Now, let me ask you a wild hypothetical.
Hmm.
BlackRock comes in, they want to buy me and you out. What happens?
Well, they can't buy us out. We don't own stock in the corporation.
Exactly. That's the beautiful thing. I wanted to point that out. That even if BlackRock came in, they were like, "We don't want to buy Joe, Jeremy, and Spencer out of it." They can't do it.
Yep.
Like
That's
that's the cool part is there is no way for these assholes to buy us out, to take control or to control anything. This is controlled by you. Like what? Like let me ask y'all, what's the last thing on Wall Street you had control over? And look, I'm waiting for somebody to say they had control over anything because I never did. Like I make a shitload of money in what I do. I've never had any control on Wall Street. I just hope
people that have
it does
worked
well.
on Wall Street and they didn't have any control over it.
Exactly. That's the wild part.
No.
Is like there's no way for this to work against you.
Nope.
Let's see. So Vivian says it's not really easy to ask questions via lives when we cannot mic indirectly. Not sorry for silly questions. No, don't ever feel sorry for silly questions, Vivian. Like we're not upset by silly questions, not at all. We support that. So excited. Thank y'all for hoping to be in the first 40K. Same here. How much of your own money are you investing? 500 bucks?
Yeah,
Well, plus all the money to build it.
legal fees and all the
Yeah,
stuff we've done so far. So
500 bucks plus some other shit,
yeah, because I think I'm in total for 8,000 right now, roughly.
which means I'm going to pay part of that.
Yeah.
Are you considering buying Section 8 multifamily units? We talked about Jared with that the other day.
Yeah, so as we were kind of saying on the last live, we're not going to discount any sort of, investment matter or anything like that. We're just going to look at which ones have the best returns. If it has, the proper returns for us to do it, sure, we'll entertain it and everything like that. But I can't promise that we're going to do any Section 8, if at all. And it may only be Section 8. It just depends on this type of profit that we get off of that, and then also what ultimately the members decide to go with.
And I can't help but say GameStop. And let me be real. This is the next evolution of GameStop. So, like, I was part of that. Like,
Mhm.
I was part of the Robinhood movement. When that happened, I put in money through Robinhood. I was buying into GameStop, and then they stopped. I was one of those guys who went to buy more and was prevented from buying it. I was out in South Tampa, and I was like, I'm buying more, and they stopped me. And I was part of that movement. And what upset me was I couldn't actually talk to other investors because that's collaboration. That's a problem in the market, right? So this is the next evolution of the GameStop movement. I'm actually upset that this didn't happen immediately after GameStop because the right way to do it would have been, why don't we unite as a fund and do this ourselves? So yes, it is GameStop. It is the next evolution of GameStop. I'm mad at what was he? Frisky Cat or whatever the fuck he was. I'm really mad that he didn't do this because this is what should have been done. But that's a problem, and that's why we're doing this now because this is the next evolution of that same movement. And let me tell you, I'm not invested in GameStop. I don't like the stock, as he likes to say, but we're going to invest in things that actually bring returns. All right. So let's see here. Jamie says, I'll be traveling tomorrow, but I'll be listening from the plane. Let's effing go. Awesome. No one gets more than 500. No one gets more than one vote. Exactly, Kansas City. What might prevent founders pulling a BLM mansion buy for yourselves? Hold on, I'll be right back. But go ahead and answer that, Jeremy. Tell them why
You
you're
want to
not
stick
getting a
around for that
mansion.
one? Hey, come on, Joe. Stick around for
Tell,
that one.
tell them why you're not getting a mansion.
Alrighty. So essentially, with like a BLM mansion and everything like that, if we were to do anything like that, you guys could get us removed. But yeah, and then also on top of that, anything over $10,000, we can't issue payment for it without members sign off. So that's pretty. I'm not going to say it's impossible because I'm sure there is a workaround some way, but yeah, I'm not going to do that. And I have a good feeling Joe is never going to do that.
What?
The BLM mansion.
No, no,
There
God, no.
may
I'm
be a
definitely not getting
workaround,
that.
but I don't know how that works.
I
And
want a bar dominium.
yeah.
But here's the thing. I get what they're saying, though. What's preventing us from just pulling all the money and spending it on ourselves?
Yeah. And I was just kind of explaining to them we can't do anything over a $10,000 purchase without the sign off. So,
But you're right. I mean, that's the thing is like, at best, if I wanted to just run, I
yeah.
get 10 grand,
Yeah, exactly.
which is what we're talking 10 investors,
10 grand, you would be talking about,
20.
yeah, 20.
So the best thing I could do is grab 20 investors and run, and I would get shit.
Yeah.
Like 10 grand isn't shit. Let's see here. So where are we at? Hold on, I'm trying to see. I'm looking for the
We're at Mona Trevino. She just said, excited for tomorrow. Great work, guys. Good night. Also, I do property management, aka I need you. I need you then because we are going to need a good property manager and someone that understands that entire world.
Yeah, we gotta talk, Mona. Hold on, Mona. You've been good the whole time. Let me see here.
Yeah, Mona, if you get a chance, please reach out to me on the Middle Class United account. And it's just at Middle Class United on TikTok. I
There you
would
go.
love to talk to you.
Damn right. All right, so let's see. We got JJ says, do either one of you have any idea how much it would take to get voting interest in Vanguard or BlackRock? A lot.
Yeah, because BlackRock, I think they're $100 billion company.
So
Let me
wait,
look.
to get voting interest, what it would take 21 million?
Uh, 21 million? Hell no.
No, 20 to get a single voting interest.
Well, I mean, you can get a single voting interest with a single stock. It's if you're talking about majority voting interest,
No,
then
wait, are you talking about if you're talking about board, probably
yeah,
somewhere in the
like what are
neighborhood
you
of
talking about there?
15 billion? Yeah, it'd probably take about 15 billion.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah, because I think with it depends on how it's set up. Just different corporations are set up differently with how much you need to do for that.
can a co-op be converted to stocks at a later date?
Not with it being a not-for-profit, non-stock corporation.
Asget, you're replying to yourself. I'm not going to answer. You're replying to yourself. Could we get a Discord set up for members to communicate? The Discord launches tomorrow. Yeah, I will announce that on the live tomorrow. You will have a Discord tomorrow. But is either of your resumes available for review? Yes, totally. If you want my resume, I'm happy to post it. All's background on any of their founders or management team. Yeah, we'll post it so
Yeah.
you can know where we come from. Also, if we set up a Discord, can we do a members helping members where we promote our businesses and work together? Oh, that's such a wonderful idea.
Wait, what is the you cut out for me?
So John says, if we set up a Discord, can we do a members helping members where we promote our businesses and work together? So
Oh,
I'll create
yeah, I would love
I'll
that.
create a section for that. In fact, I'll work on that tonight. I'll create a section for that. So and I will create it. I'll create a B2B section where you can promote each other and support each other. That's a wonderful idea, John. I love that idea. That's wonderful. Thanks for your patience with our questions. Our family is in and prayerful this make an impact versus conglomerates that don't have best interest for the American people. Good luck tomorrow. Thank you, Busy. That's wonderful. How far in advance will get notified about vote?
Yeah.
Oh, so when we say, hey, we're gonna vote on what to invest in, how
Mhm.
will that work?
We haven't discussed how far in advance you'll be notified, but voting will be open for 2 weeks for you guys to be able to vote.
Yeah,
Or
so you have a 14-day voting period.
yeah.
So let's see. Got my message. It's not something that really will help others. We can do something else. It's fine. William said, is there a strategy in place, adjust investments depending on the election? Fingers crossed for a Trump win.
Yeah.
So that's the beauty of real estate is regardless of who's elected, real estate's not going to change.
Yeah. I mean, the entire real estate market isn't going to collapse. That helps prop up the American economy. And yeah, if it collapses, we have something completely different to worry about at that point.
Well, I mean, you got to think the real estate market has collapsed. We've been a country for what, 172 years?
200
I'm
and
sorry,
seven.
I'm sorry, 250, 219 years. Real estate market has collapsed how many times?
But yeah.
Once.
Yeah.
So it's not going to collapse. We're good. I like the idea of a Discord. Cool. Yeah, we're doing a Discord. Don't worry. See, thank you. You got to pee. Donald, yes, I had to pee. That's why I left. Stop it. Don't worry about that. I had to pee. John said, thank you. I love we can have a B2B. Since we're about helping the middle class, this can help many of us. I don't know about you, but I own multiple businesses. I'm with you, John. John, I think our Discord group is going to do some amazing things. And while I'm on live tomorrow, I'll announce the Discord group. I'll let everybody join. I expect that my entire day will be spent on live in Discord tomorrow. I look forward to it. All right, so we have finally caught up on all the questions.
Yeah. So
Sweet.
if you guys got any more questions, please feel free to ask. We're gonna give it some buffer time just to see if anything comes in. If not, we'll go ahead and we'll log off for the night.
Yep. So it's 11:50 Eastern time. We'll go to midnight. Any of you guys have questions, please put them in there. We want to hear them. But tomorrow is going to be a fun day. More than being a member, I'd love to help you with any dev work. John, we are going to hire as we go on. Don't worry. Now, Donald says, is there any plans to invest in manufacturing or skills trade? 40-year machinist and CNC programmer experience here, not getting any younger. We must bring this back to America.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. So that's something that we have actually thought about, and yeah, the future and everything like that. Because I've worked with manufacturing companies that there are certain skills that only a select few people in the actual country know about, and because a lot of things got outsourced to China during those days. So that is something that I would definitely be interested in doing just to bring, yeah, a reindustrialization of America.
I agree. Like I work in renewable energy. Most of what we do is outsourced,
Yeah.
and I hate it. Like I hate that most of what we do is overseas. Jill, looking forward to 7 p.m. tomorrow. Same here. Same here. I will tell you, I am going to be over here clutching my pearls. You have no idea. I'm going to be losing my mind because this is something I want to do for my legacy. Like this is not like, oh, we're going to get rich. No, this is something I want to do that I want to tell my grandkids about. Because
Yeah.
like I am getting old. And I recognize that my like if I get to be around for my grandkids, I want to talk shit about all the stuff we did.
Yep.
I don't need to be hired. This idea is the shit. Fully supported. I make enough with my J job. Yeah, but John, how fun would it be to work for us? Melanie says, I'm excited to see what you guys are hiring for. I mean, we're looking for people with attitude.
Yeah. I want people with the ability to actually read what we're doing, not
Yeah,
necessarily,
because
but
I'll tell you, a lot of what they did flew over my head. I had to read it 3 or 4 times.
yeah, I remember we had to explain it to you a couple times as well.
A little bit. Look, here's the thing. I had to have it explained to me because these guys are brilliant. And I was like, wait a minute, help a brother out here.
We had to break things down a good bit, so
Yes,
it's
like
all
I'm
good.
the dumb guy for y'all. These are not the dumb guys. I'm the dumb guy for y'all. You are not old. I am old. Great relationship with y'all members moving forward. Damn right, Jamie. Americans helping Americans.
That's right.
Have you ever seen that before?
Yep.
Like, I love it. I love it so much. I want to go work with you guys down in Florida. Look, when you come down to Florida, John, we can hang out. I'm convincing all of them to move to Florida. It's fun.
Yep. Well, Joe, the other Joe, is going to be our main problem with that.
Home move. We'll get them. It's fun.
Good luck. Good luck.
I'd be willing to do some volunteer work if needed. You don't have to volunteer. We're going to grow so exponentially. will hire you to do what you do.
Yep. And yeah, John, whenever you're down, I'm based out of New Orleans right now, so if you're ever in that area, just let us know, and yeah, we might be able to get a drink.
So he's an alcoholic. So you know he's in New Orleans.
Yep. Well, down here it's not considered alcoholic, so
No, if you drink in New Orleans, you're considered a professional.
that's pretty true. I remember the first time Joe Madden came down here and we drank together. He was like, "He can fucking hold your liquor."
No, look, here's the thing. I lived in New Orleans for 2 months, and I'll
Yeah.
tell you, it's look, I was there for crawfish season.
Oh, I just had crawfish before our last live on Monday. I went and I got me a good old platter of them.
Damn right. Crawfish is amazing.
Well,
If y'all have not been there for crawfish season, let me just tell you, go there.
yeah. This
They're
year is
delicious.
expensive though. You might want to miss out on this year because it's expensive, and we just got the little ones this year.
But go there, suck on the head, and roll on.
Yep.
So, Jeremy, are you from the boot?
No, I've lived a little bit of everywhere, but originally Mississippi and Tennessee.
Yep. Big Jersey attitude with 18 years real estate experience. Look, you say big Jersey. Look, I'm from Philly and I lived in South Jersey. I'm with you on that. I understand the Jersey attitude. That's why I will never date a girl from the Northeast.
True
She's got
that.
that Jersey attitude, bro. I can't do it.
Yeah.
So I'm marrying a girl from the Midwest.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah, they don't know that attitude.
Yeah.
And then she just yelled bitch at me from the other room. So
Yep.
said boo Mississippi.
Well, I'm from the coast. I'm not from the other part of Mississippi. The coast. Down in Biloxi, Gulfport area.
Why don't we do a live stream Tampa Bay as people set up? Tampa Bay, we're doing a live stream tomorrow. I'm gonna live all day tomorrow. So you can come in here and talk all that shit.
Yep.
And then Tampa Bay, if you could find me a good place down by St. Pete so I can buy it. How about restoration of rights for convicted felons? It's 20 years. I love my rights back. Well, we're not restricting anybody who's a felon. This isn't voting. If you're a felon, join up.
Yep.
And then says, thanks for dealing with all our shenanigans. We'll be on tomorrow. Glad to
Yeah.
hear it. Guys, tomorrow this shit gets super real. Congrats.
Yeah.
Same here,
And,
bro.
and David Michael, we responded to her the last time that we saw a question from her. So if she wants to ask again, feel free.
Yeah, please. Please go to
Yeah.
town. We got another 3 minutes.
Yep.
My fiance's out there learning card tricks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she's using TikTok to learn card tricks. So this should be interesting.
Have fun with that one.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yep.
Uh-huh. All right, so we're good. All right, I'll be live tomorrow. Hey, here's the thing. You guys join whenever you want. I'll
Mhm.
be live tomorrow just talking about it. If you guys jump in, cool. But I'm going to be talking about this all day tomorrow because I could not be more excited.
Yep.
My birthday is next week. I told my husband I want this for my birthday. He said, I thought you wanted an iPad. I said, I changed my mind. Look, that's the beauty of being a woman. You can change your mind forever. Is that a Stanley? No, it's a random company at a conference. I would never buy a Stanley.
Yep.
But all right, so we'll call it a night, and we'll be on live tomorrow. You guys join whenever you want. I'm going to be on live just talking about this all day tomorrow. And then I'm sure I'm going to get yelled at. And I'm be like, wait till Jeremy joins. And I'm going to direct fucked up questions to him.
Yep. Well, I got some things that I'm doing tomorrow, but overall, I'll try to be available for you.
Absolutely. I look forward to it. Look, if Spencer doesn't join, we're not launching. Spencer's got to
You
join at
need
some point.
him and Joe on the line.
Well,
That's
getting Joe, I get is difficult. He's got a family.
yeah.
Spencer's got to join at some point.
Yep.
Look, he's the prettiest one of us all.
Spencer is the pretty face of this organization.
So, like Spencer, here, I'm gonna tell Spencer right now, join or I ain't launching. I'm gonna need his pretty face at some point.
Yeah.
But it was a pleasure having you.
Yep.
And then tomorrow we launch, and I can't be more excited. I'm so excited about this. Oh my God, I cannot wait.
Yeah, I know. Me too. I'm so excited for this.
And Melanie, thank you for joining. John, tell Spencer come answer my question. Absolutely. I'm gonna talk shit to Spencer in our chat. I'm gonna talk mad shit.
Oh,
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Jeremy, thank you for joining up. Thank you for answering questions.
not a problem.
And we launch tomorrow. We are both super excited. Can't wait to be a part of this with you.
Yep. It was a pleasure, guys.
All right, guys. You all have a great night. Wishing you the best, and I cannot wait for tomorrow. Cannot wait to be a part of this with you. Here we are.
Yep. It was great. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.